Good evening and welcome to my channel. This is Mrs. Greenthumb and I'm coming to you on the second part because I had started the milkweed and different film footages outside my area, and I kind of disappeared because my computer went down. So I decided I wanted to come back and do a part 2. So I'm going to say hello, David 2010. Hello, Will. How are you? Oh, you've been unwell. I hope you feel better, buddy. I hope you feel better soon. And you got David Rice. Hi, David Rice. Mr. Nice, David Rice. So this is the second part. I will be chatting to you guys and say hello to Will the Rockaroo, David 2010, and we have David Rice. So, and thank you whoever gave me the thumbs up. Thumbs up, everybody. Thank you. Anyways, I appreciate the thumbs up. I'm not trying to make it give me a thumbs up. If you give me one, it helps my channel. And Lord knows I need a lot of help with my channel. But those of you coming to it, I appreciate it when you come. I do. I wish I'd see you more often. And I am going to get in the chat with the milkweed and all that, but I just want to make sure I do a big shout out to all of you. This is the milkweed, the common milkweed that's grown out in behind my fence. Things are awesome, David, in my world. I have 10 future butterflies. I have 10 different sizes of caterpillars, David, and I have one egg I found today, so it could possibly 11 caterpillars if it hatches the egg. So this is the most I've ever had in all the 4 years. So I'm very excited about it, but I also want to educate on and something new I should have brought out. Forgot all about this one, but this is why I'm going to bring it and add on some information about something. One of the milkweeds I have. It looks great for my garden. It's great. And it's a tropical milkweed because somebody had said, I think it's tropical, and then I remembered last year. And now it makes sense to me. I'm very happy this milkweed does not come back, and I don't think it's a good thing to grow it, to be honest with you. It's not a good thing to buy it. However, I'll tell you what I've done. As long as the milkweed dies out, it's fine. But if you have this tropical milkweed, it's dangerous for monarch butterflies to have. So I'm going to get into that. I want to show you the one first. I'll go a little bit backwards, but they're film footages that I did already. I got to remember which one was the red one. I think the red one was last, so just bear with me. Okay, that's not the one I want to show you. I'm going to show you this one.
Okay, this is a different kind of milkweed.
There's videos I did. These are around my yard, and this one. This is called a tropical milkweed. This is the one I don't recommend to grow. I actually think this is dangerous, and let me tell you why. This is considered a tropical milkweed and no grow. Milkweed is a demand, and that demands have been filled in recent years by tropical milkweed, a non-native species, but in planting tropical milkweed potentially doing more harm than good. Tropical milkweed, and they have a name for it. I'll spell it ASCLEPIAS, and it's space CURASSAVICA, is a non-native milkweed that exploded in popularity in response to the demand for milkweed. It is simple to propagate, allowing growers to rapidly produce the plant for quick sale. The plant is also both to human and monarchs, providing flowers and lush green foliage throughout the growing season, and that's a problem. Tropical milkweed becomes a problem when planted in temperature areas where it does not die back in the winter, which it does for me, so it's safe, somewhat. And it's because a protozoan parasite of monarch butterflies, I'm not pronouncing it, or short, can travel with monarchs, visiting plants and becoming deposited on leaves. When caterpillars hatch and start eating the plant, they ingest the high OE levels, and adult monarchs have been linked to lower migration success in eastern monarch populations, as well as reduction in body mass, lifespan, mating success, and flight ability. When native milkweeds die back after blooming, which is the common milkweed, their parasite dies along with them, so that each summer monarchs populate feeds on fresh, parasite-free foliage. In contrast, tropical milks that remain evergreen through winter allows for a zero level to build up on the plant over time, meaning successive generations of monarch caterpillars feeding on the part can be exploded into dangerous levels of OE. That's kind of what I wanted to bring back to my channel. Sorry, guys. This is what I'm here for, informing you. I have the milkweed, and I forgot about last year because I forgot what this was called. And I am telling you, I have 3 of them. And I'm positive in your Facebook group, how to save turnip seeds. Oh, I can't get to my Facebook there, Peter. But thank you very much. Dwayne, hello. So you guys, I have different videos that I did, and I was on for about a half an hour this afternoon, but I died. My computer died, so I don't know how it's going to go tonight, but I'm just finishing the second part of this. And then somebody had said, oh, Patrick, he came to my channel, and I said, I don't know what the name of this milkweed is. Yes, it is. I'm going to show you a video in a minute there, Peter. This is film footage from my yard and my neighbors. I wanted to bring it to my channel. I've already done it, but the reason I'm starting a little bit backwards is because this is a really pretty milkweed, but it's dangerous. If it does not die off, if it keeps regrowing, it's going to kill the butterflies. So this monarch is not good. If you want it as a plant to grow and die off, that's fine. I think it's fine. It depends on where it was grown. So if it dies off, that's great. You don't want it as a perennial at all. You shouldn't even have it at all. If you're cold weather, it's different because the plant will die off, and I know that for a fact because I bought them last year and they died off, and I was disappointed. But now that I learn about it, I would rather them die off. And I hate to say it, but I have caught 4 caterpillars on this plant right here. So it's not a good thing. So I actually take them off this plant and I give them the common milkweed, and it's a big deal. Hi, Lincoln. How are you doing? Great uploads of yours. Thank you very much, Peter. And Lincoln, thank you for coming. I think the flowers are also poisonous. My grandmother has some of those in her garden. I remember. It's milkweed is poisonous, Will. Milkweed is poisonous to most things except monarch. This isn't poisonous, but it carries a parasite with it. I just explained that. And if it does not die off, the common milkweed in Canada and the migration area where the butterfly goes, it's supposed to die off. It's not supposed to be there. It's got to die off, come back, it kills the parasites, and they're safe to lay the eggs, and if they eat it, they're going to be fine. So the thing is, if I knew more about this, I'm not sure next year I'm going to buy these anymore, because this is not for me. I'm not promoting to hurt a butterfly. I'm trying to bring them here. So as you can see, like I said, it might not be in my repertoire next year to buy them, but they do die off. So this is a good thing. And the connection of the bees. So those of you who weren't here earlier, what am I got? You cracked me up. David's doing something, troublemaker. I agree, not healthy for monarchs. So I'm going to put you to the number 1 was this one is what I was. This is the main common one, and this is what I filmed. I wanted to show you. This is in my back, behind my fence. This is my area that I grow food and everything, and I transplanted last year milkweed, and this is what I'm showing you. I'm showing the coalition or the connection with the bees to the common milkweed. So if you grow it, you don't want to raise a monarch butterfly, but you want to protect the butterflies and the bees, considering there's a big thing about if we lose the bees, we'd only survive a few years after all the bees disappear. This is a nice way to do it. Just get some milkweed, transplant it from another area. I should do a video, and I'm going to try to do a video on showing you the way to transplant it, because I know how to do it now because I've done it last year and I'm doing it again. I just didn't videotape it, and somebody asked me, why don't you videotape it? So if you find a piece and you know how to do it, then you got to keep it watered basically. The roots have to be watered constantly until it gets, the roots get established, and then it goes crazy the following year. Yeah, more around leaves. My papa had a lot in his farm, beautiful white flowers. That's a different one too. No, this is pink. These are pink flowers. There is another one that I got to check into. I'm going to show you. There's 4 different ones, and it seems maybe the other 2, I don't know the name of them. I'm going to have to check if they're good. Oh, there's several type of milkweed, Lincoln. I'll show you. This is the more common one. This is one where growers aren't making any money. And I'm going to read that tropical milkweed again and a little bit later because you weren't in the channel. I want you to understand that the differences. And I'm just showing you the film because I even show you where I go really close to the bees. They don't seem to bother me at all. And I was saying earlier on the earlier screen, I have been bit lots of times. When I was younger, I was kind of playing a game on this stump of a tree, and I had a ladder, and I was going teeter-totter with it when I was young. I wasn't even kindergarten. There was a bee's nest, and it all came out, and I've been stung several times by bees. My mom chasing me in the backyard with a broom to get the bees off me. And so throughout my life, I've been stung many a times. I saw that tropical one. Yeah, that is not, we're trying, I'm trying to get people not to grow those. If you live in an area that they do not die off, you don't want that. So it's dangerous for the bees. And I'm going to read an article on it a little later when I pull up the red one. But right now, we're just chatting. I'm showing you my backyard, and I'm showing you the connection, how much there's bees all over there. I've found like 5 bees. You have also the other pollinators that come. Another one is kind of funny, but I filmed it today, was flies. I never thought, flies stick to poop. They go all over the place. But did you really pay attention? I got another video I just didn't upload yet, and I'd love to show you on another day. But I'm trying to do a video on how to grow forget-me-nots. I have it all done. They're beautiful. At first I didn't really like them, and now they're beautiful. And one of the reasons is the pollinators go crazy on forget-me-nots. I found bees there as well as flies. So I found that really weird that a fly, I guess, in some ways can pollinate things too. So they're useful in some sense. They're annoying, but they're useful. That I watched them. They were like in a couple of my flowers. They weren't going near my garbage. They were actually the flowers. It was weird. I've never seen flies like this. Flies are normally attracted to garbage and poop and all that stuff. And these flies were attracted to my flowers in my yard. So I found that was really strange to me, And there's also whatever the bugs are called. They're little red bugs that glow in the dark. I checked that last year because I didn't know what they were, and I want to see if they were safe. And the little glow bugs, where people say they haven't seen them since they've been a kid. They're actually, in the daytime, they're red and black, and they're all over my plants. So it's kind of cool. The flower, where's my honey? Oh, that's a good one. We were watching a comedian had lots of jokes today. Every time I get some good jokes, I kind of forget them. I got to start writing them down because they're really actually quite funny. Some of the stuff. You made it up. Well, that was an easy, quick joke. Okay, right now I'm looking for the seeds for. Actually, I'm looking all over. That's what I do every day. I check underneath if I see any butterfly eggs, and I've shown you live what they look like. And so every day I go, and I found another one today, just the egg. I don't know if it's going to hatch. So I have 10 hatchable ones, and I have one, the very first egg that I thought wouldn't hatch, and I showed you guys it hatched. It's quite long, actually, and it's eating crazy amounts of milkweed, and it's ready to go into a butterfly. It's going to go chrysalid pretty soon. I could tell just by the length of it is it's a good inch to an inch and a half, this one, and it's big, and it's not fat, but it's long, and I think it's ready to go. And there you go. See, my hand should come around here. There's a part where I actually was lifting that one. It must be a different video. I did 2 different ones. But yeah, there's my hand. I kind of thought this was funny because look how close I am to the bee. And I'm not afraid of them at all, and I've been stung so many times. Bee is calmer than well, if you don't react to a bee, that's what I found. People swap, like they use their hand and they're like, get away, and they're doing that, and it's actually it's making the bee annoyed and mad, and then you're gonna get stung. If you kind of like play like it's nothing and kind of ignore it, it's normally will just fly away and it's gonna leave you alone. But again, it depends on what bee, because there's so many varieties of bees. So if you're still here, Lincoln, I'm just letting this video play through as I talk, and then I'm going to show you. I have 4 little clips, and they're showing that this is the common, and I show you another one. I do not know the name of the other 2, but I'm going to show you different kind of milk that are perennials. These other 2 that come back in my neighbor yard, you'll see in a minute. I would love to get the name. I'm going to ask her. I don't know if she knows the name, but I'm going to try to learn more about the names of milkweeds, because, and I don't want to, if I go, where did I go? Okay, if I go and search, did I start from the beginning again? I don't know if I did. Hang on a minute. I probably did. I shut it off so it'll start again. So I'll bring this back in a minute as I'm yapping, but I'm going to show you another milkweed in another clip because like I said, I did actually more than 4 clips. Here it is. This is another one. Yes, of course. Meow, meow. That's my hand, and there's a different kind of milkweed. This is a perennial one. Now, I hope this is safe, but this is a friend that I learned from how to do the butterflies, my neighbor, and he has different kind of milkweeds all over, so I'm going to have to ask her what the name of this one is. But if you notice, it's a smaller leaf, and it's a pink flower, and the flowers look differently than the common milkweed. So, and they hatch all over the place in her yard. Her granddaughter finds lots. So, I just thought it was cool. Go the days, and I'm pretty sure these ones are safe. It's a perennial, so if it dies off and comes back, that's what you want, because it's dying off. It's killing off all the parasites, and then it'll come back, and you're fine with these ones. You're fine with the ones, they have to die off. You never own a milkweed that survives throughout the winter months. It's not safe for the butterflies, is what I'm trying to say. And that's why the tropical one, it's all about bucks. It kind of ticks me off when I think about they're just selling it for money, profits, and because they think it's cool to attract the butterflies, and yet they're doing damage to the butterflies. So, not my thing. That's not why I'm here. I gotta learn to educate myself too. So it's a slim chance I might be buying that milkweed next year. It does attract well, but I want to know. It dies off, so I think I'm going to find out if they actually grow them locally, and that will make me feel better that they grow them locally from seed. Then that's different because they're growing them, the plants are dying off and not coming back, and so it shouldn't be harmful in that sense. It is safe. No, it's not safe. The one. No, let me check perennial milkweed. I hope it's safe. Oh, you want to check that out? Yeah, no problem. This, you got to find a difference. So then this is number 2, and then I'm going to show you number 3. It's a white one. This is a perennial, and it's white.
This is a different kind of milkweed.
And that dies off, and it comes back.
Flowers and the thin leaves.
So because it's dying off, I think it's safe. You can see the bees around it too.
Small leaves.
See, and it's a white flower, small leaves. So, and I want to type this in, but I can't. Maybe, Will, you could do me this favor. Could you just type in how many varieties of milkweed is there? And you're going to be surprised, because there's several. I did it last year, the year before. I talked about the different varieties. There's several of different varieties of milkweed. I just particularly don't know the name of these ones, but I want to find out. If she knows, my neighbor knows what they are, I'm going to come back and actually I'm going to tell you what they are. I am not done with this. It's part of educating you guys, and if you like that kind of thing. You know, I'm happy that you're all here and listening to me. You have any questions or you want to put any thoughts on here? That's great. A big shout out to all of you. You know, Will is looking up some stuff for me. Will, if you want to look up how many varieties they say, the only reason I'm not looking it up right now is because the last time I went to 70 species of milkweed. The only reason I can't type it this morning or this afternoon when I did this, and I went to type it, that's what blew me off the internet. And I went to go look for tropical milkweed and talk about it, and unfortunately, it kicked my computer off. So I'm not going to look up anything while I'm doing these live streams too much, because I don't want to get bumped. I think it was like a lot of power for OBS. A video, a picture might be different if I did a picture and looked up things. So then it leads me to the last one that we're talking about, and I'm going to shut this off, give you the tropical one right now. So there's a tropical one, and this is what it says. I just want to read it again for those of you who came in. Tropical milkweed, a no-grow. Milkweed is in demand, and that demand has been filled in recent years by tropical. Okay, wait a minute. Am I still here? Boy, is that weird. It just went black all of a sudden again. Am I still here? Can you hear me? Thank you for the likes, whoever gave me them. Anybody still around? Am I back? You tell me when I'm back, because I don't want to talk and say something if people can't hear me. So you want to give me a thumbs up to tell me I'm back or something? Just give me yeah, I'm back. Hi, Bill. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I went off. See, let me try to. I hope I don't go. I want to read this before it bumps me off again. Okay, so tropical milkweed, which is on the screen right now. a no-grow. Milkweed is in demand, and that demands have been filled in recent years by tropical milkweed on a non-native species. But in planting tropical milkweed, potential is doing more harm than good. Tropical milkweed, and I'm not going to give you the technical there, is a non-native milkweed that has exploded in popularity in response to the demand for milkweed. It is simple to propagate, allowing growers to rapidly produce the plant for quick sale. The plant is also attractive both to humans and monarchs, providing flowers and lush green foliage throughout the growing season, and that's a problem. Tropical milkweed becomes a problem when planted in temperature areas where it does not die back in the winter. A protozoan parasite of monarch butterflies, and they have a technical name, or we'll call it OE for short, can travel with monarchs, visiting the plants and becoming deposited on leaves. When caterpillars hatch and start eating the plant, they ingest the OE of high levels, and adult monarchs have been linked to lower migration success in the eastern monarch population, as well as reproduction and body mass, lifespan, mating success, and flight ability. When native milkweeds die back after blooming, the parasite dies along with them, so that each summer monarch population feeds on fresh, parasite-free foliage. In contrast, tropical milkweed that remains evergreen through winter allows for OE levels to build up on the plant over time, meaning successive generations of monarch caterpillars feeding on the plant can be exposed to dangerous levels of OE. That's what I want to say. So it is really vital that I kind of explain this one. I mean, I think I'm going to find out if it's grown here. If it's grown here and it dies off, that's one thing. But if it's, I mean, it's about money. Now I see it. It's all about money to sell a milkweed. You think it's cool. You're going to get monarch butterflies. They're going to have babies. And now you did damage to the monarch butterfly. So this plant is not a good thing. And I actually might not next year even put it in my garden. However, it did attract, and I found 4 baby caterpillars, like I'm repeating myself, but just in case for those of you coming into my live stream. So it's a big deal. I mean, I don't want to bore you guys, but education is for me. That's why I'm here. I like to tell you what's going on. I will show you too how my babies are doing. And repeating myself again, I have 10 caterpillars. I have of different stages, and I separate them, the size of them, into different containers. And I also have an egg that I just found today. So I might end up potentially with 11 caterpillars. I don't know yet. So that's what I'm going to say. Thanks for the likes. Hey, Howie's out there. Oh, sorry, Howie. I didn't see you. You still there? He said, hi, Greenie. Sorry. When I was reading the page, I don't have my, if you're still here, Howie, I'm sorry. Anybody coming in, when I go to read something, I'm not on the page of where everybody's typing and saying hello in chat. So I apologize if I didn't say hi right away. But I'm here, and this is footage in my yard. This is footage. All these videos are footage, and I'm showing you 4 different milkweeds. This is the one I do not think is a good idea to grow. It's tropical milkweed, and I really, unless you have a winter time, this is not good for you to have. The other ones die back and come back again. That's different. So the was it OI? I want to say this right exactly. The OE levels won't be hard in it. So that's what I'm going to say. So let's start off with the best. Let's go back to number 1, which is the best you can grow, is the common milkweed. Doesn't cost really anything. Normally you can just transfer it for free and get it growing, and it'll go do really well, and then it'll come back every year for you because it kind of grows on root system. It reseeds itself, which is not that easy because I tried growing it through seeds. It's very hard. But it does have a rooting system that goes, and they go kind of sideways. Like, so if you put one in, and then the following year, it'll be a row to the 2 sides, like the right and left, and then milkweed will pop out along the root sides on the base of it. It's kind of really cool. Because look at how many I got now, and I only planted, I had 5 plants, 1 died, and I ended up with 4 plants that came up, and look how big they are now. There we go. And you say you love learning, that's cool. Very cool. Well, I love explaining things. Hey, Rach, be back as soon as possible. Getting water up early. No problem. You got to do what you got to do. Hey, Rach. Hey, Rachel. I was just talking about all the butterfly stuff, and this is all my garden area and my neighbor's garden area. I just thought I'd show you. And I did a footage on one plant, my forget-me-nots. It actually ended up looking really cool. Yeah, you finally caught me live. Cool. You get to see, this is part of my backyard. Like you're seeing, this is a footage. I just, instead of doing some videos, which I have some upcoming videos. I have lots, but I got to edit it all. And they're mostly garden videos that I plan on doing. These educational ones are either going to be, I think I like live streaming them better so I can talk about them. And then, whatever, there'll be a few videos, you know, did you know, stuff like that. So this is, yeah, take a look, Rach. This is all, it shows you the bees. Look at it's got, I'm afraid to do this again, but I wanted to show you, I like doing this. I'm going to actually come back with my, a video, and I'm going to do a live stream and show you the butterfly garden up close, because the video I did, you're seeing it from a far distance, and I'm not really talking to you or anything about it. So I'm planning on doing that. Some of the areas. Oh, by the way, this is really cool. This is like a personal thing. See the wooden benches? They were done with pallets. I had said that on the earlier live. There's wooden benches. I have 2 of them made by my husband, and they didn't sit right. Oh, you ended up, oh, that's cool. That's cool. So you have to, that's different plants for a rock garden, but that's cool. Actually, probably use succulents for rock gardens. Probably work better for you. But he made two little benches, and they didn't sit right. So when I go back there doing the work, and if I want to sit down, they were crooked. I couldn't bring my coffee out and sit and work. So I said, could you make me some cement pads? So that's what he did. He built me 2 cement pads, and that's what he would in the back. You'll see. I think that's when he's working. Oh, I'm showing you the bees here. Right there. There's another one that I have too where I'm actually, it's a really good one. I think I did the wrong one. I'm going to have to upload another one of this video, but yeah, that's right. I'm here for you. Rocks are funny. I'm going to tell you this much. You have to be careful with rocks when you're putting plants in the ground, because you want to put certain plants, then put them in containers if you're going to use rocks. Because a lot of rocks overheat, and it kind of is really hard on a plant. It's heating their roots, and a lot of roots don't like to be hot, right? So you picture that. Do you like it hot? Like when the heat and the sun hits your rocks, it becomes very, very strong. Hello, Monatio Goal. Thank you for popping in. And I know I don't think you speak too much English, but I will say that thank you for watching my videos, and I always try to return the favor when people watch my videos. So you caught me live, and thank you. Welcome. Welcome. Monty Goal, Life, Tioko, Maniuti. I'm not pronouncing it exactly right. Bill, how's your plants going in the garden? I know I asked you, I think, yesterday or something. How's the plants going? And yes, welcome. Welcome, everybody. And thank you for the thumbs up, whoever gave it to me. This is some of my live videos while I'm live streaming. I show some video footage in my backyard or wherever I think is cool to talk about. I have another one I just did, and it's kind of my forget-me-nots, and I'm showing you, I could not believe all the pollinators that went around. It's just crazy. I was doing a video on how to grow forget-me-nots, and I did it from seed all the way to plant. Oh, you did? Another one? Aha. So I was doing forget-me-not seed to plant, and what I found was, at first I was going, well, this is weird. I thought I liked the flowers, and then all it was leaves. And then after it blooms, it goes really tall, and it becomes these beautiful, beautiful bluish flowers, gorgeous flowers. And all the bees and all flies even, and all butterflies and all kinds of stuff really, really like this forget-me-not. And I went, okay, done. I'm going to grow these next year, because I wasn't planning on them. It wasn't like a flower I really liked, but now I love them. Once they're full grown, I give it a little bit of a help here, see what they look like. I got to give everything a chance. There's certain flowers I don't think are pretty, and then once I start growing them, I think they're great. What do we got? Everyone remember to hit, oh, thanks, Will, for the thumbs up part. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to, I wish I could upload the other ones, but I'm going to try something later, closer to when I'm on long enough. Right, so this is the one, and I'm just going to chat now with you guys, but for those of you coming in and haven't seen the new ones, here's another one. This is a perennial. So I'm showing you, that's my neighbor's. She has one of these. So it's kind of cool. Look at all this stuff. See, this is a perennial one, so it dies back and it comes back. So this should be a safe plant for the butterflies. It's good. Anything that dies off and comes back is safe. I would have these. Now, if I could get a hold of the one she has, the pink ones and the white ones, I'd rather grow those. Louisiana weather's horrible. Yeah, I hear some people are having some really bad hurricanes all over too. Yeah. So I don't know if people are still here or they left the building. Here to Templeton, Texas, nature needs to make mine. I know yeah, it's crazy the weather there. Absolutely crazy in Texas. And other spots too, though. Other spots of the world are having a little bit of rough time with the weather. So I think that's repeating. I'm just gonna go and move it to the next one. Here's the next one.
Okay, this is a different kind of milkweed. And you can see the white flowers and the thin leaves.
Oh, you're 7 hours from Louisiana?
And you can see.
That's cool. That's a little nice ride. Not too big of a ride, but a nice ride, I guess, nonetheless. Pam, hi, Annie. Hello, darling. How are you? I was just doing a video on all, like, these are all in my yard, these videos, and my neighbor. I got two, so everything is live videos from my yard or my neighbors to show all to do with the butterflies and all the connection with milkweed. Yeah, I have 4 different ones that I'm talking about. 4 different milkweeds, and one that I don't really recommend is tropical milkweed. Unless it dies off, it's not a good thing. They're selling it cheap just to do it, and I don't think it's a good idea. Well, hello, DMV Dining with Diva. Hello, hey. Thank you. You must have came in with Pam. Thank you so much for coming in. And if you ever want to know about butterflies, I am here for you. Did you see 2 butterflies? Yeah. There's one of the footages. Where is the one? Did I show you? Oh, yeah. I think it's the one that I don't really want you to grow. But this is the one. I've already read a couple times on it. If you look up tropical milkweed, I do not recommend it at all.
Okay,
I have
this is a different kind of milkweed.
It does die off for me,
and
but I don't think I'm going to be
and
growing it
thin
next year.
leaves.
Because
And
all
let's
the
see.
parasites it brings to a butterfly, you actually are killing the generations of monarch butterflies. It's not a good thing to do. So this is there. I think this is the one where I was filming it for a long time, just so I knew I was going to be chatting about it. This is the tropical milkweed, and if you research it, it's not a good one. You shouldn't have it at all. Actually, they're selling it to make money. This one's a dangerous one. And look at, there you go. You got a little bit of a, that's not, I don't know what kind of butterfly that is. Actually, I should find out locally what butterflies. And this one was flying by, and I went, oh, I just set the camera there, and I was hoping I could get it on screen. So it came on screen a little bit, the butterfly, but I don't have it too long. I am going to, though, I'm going to film this whole thing, and I'm going to see if I can capture more butterflies. This is, that's not, it's part of my back part to my yard, Dining Diva. This is, I have, we used to call those snake weeds. This is the most common one. I'm going to show you the first one, but this is the one, it's called tropical, and don't grow it, don't have it. You're going to harm butterflies with it. And I won't have it next year. I feel bad about doing this, so I'm going to try to see if I can find some perennials that die off. That's what I would prefer. The other 2 that I just showed you, and I have, this is number 1. This is the main one that you can have that's free. Milkweed, Monarch Butterfly. Yeah, they need a lot of it to grow. Trust me. Well, you know that. I actually have 10. Okay, I won't have that one. No, don't. Tropical, please pass it on. If anybody tries to do butterflies, don't let them do a tropical milkweed. They sell them cheap because they do attract. I found 4 little caterpillars on them, but they're not safe for them. So I took them right off. I actually took them off and I put them on. I'm putting them to the common milkweed, this one here, and they're eating, and they're good. So you can have this one. This is a common one. That's the normal one. I showed this one because it also attracts bees, Pam. That's kind of why I'm showing this one. If you know, and like I said, I'm going to repeat it because new people come in all the time, so I apologize for that. But education is my thing on my channel. Gardening stuff and anything to do with educating on the Monarch Butterfly has been my life for 4 years. And that's what I want to show you. I actually started a butterfly garden last year. Here's a picture. I'm going to show you some. I'm going to get off this for a minute. And I got pictures too. Let me show you. Oh, I'm growing that one. I'm trying to grow the Velvet Queen Sunflower. These are things, this is my garden right here. But I'm trying to find there. Oh yeah. These are the Pino peppers that I have growing. And that's my potatoes. That's a blank screen. There's more flowers. This is actually full now. This has impatiens, actually chives. I mix chives because I think they look pretty. That's got chives, impatiens, and portulacas. And I learn new things every year on all kinds of plants. That's my nasturtium's doing really well. Hey, Crystal. Hi, honey. Let me see. Sorry about the black screens. I'm just trying to find it. That is a butterfly bush. I have 3 of them. I have 3 butterfly bushes right now that I got. Okay, that's my homegrown marigold, and that's what just remember this picture when I show you the new what my forget-me-nots look like. That's what they start out looking like, a bunch of leaves, and wait until you see how beautiful they turn out and how they attract all kinds of pollinators. I think, and forget-me-nots used to be around when I was growing up as a kid, and I brought it back. I'm showing you how to grow it, like from seed. You'll see a picture of the seed all the way to the plant, and all the way I've made my videos even longer, meaning months, not longer in size, like for minutes. It's longer, and I took the time to videotape it for months to do it. So now I have the final part of what a forget-me-not looks like, but all the way to how to grow it. So, and they are beautiful, and they attract all kinds of pollinators because I did a video on it. I'm going to bring it here. I just have to upload the video. So this is part of my yard. Diva, DMV, Dining with Diva, this is my backyard. Like right now you're seeing it. And this is the way it's like mid-spring. It's not even summertime yet. I have blueberries. I've already had the blueberries. They're past now. Past the season. But I was trying to, that's nasturtium. Can't even pronounce that word before. And there's dahlias. I'm really into dahlias this year. So if you like dahlias, well, it's a beautiful plant to grow. You want a plant that grows and you clip the flowers and they grow even more and more and more constantly. This is the flower for you. They're beautiful flowers and they're a tuber. So you actually, if you're careful, you can pull out the tuber, store it inside your house, and then you can put the tuber back in the dirt and bring it back in the spring, and you can separate and get more dahlias. It's a beautiful plant, this thing. I have 3 of them growing. I don't think I have all of them here to show you the pictures. Okay, that's part of my butterfly garden right here. I think it's coming up. These are my marigolds I grew. I grew them. They're really easy to grow. I grew a whole bunch, and so those are baby. Those are annual. What? Marigolds are annual, yes, and so is forget-me-nots, but they're worth growing. I'm telling you. Those are daylilies. I don't know which. Are we talking about marigolds or annual? Or are we talking about forget-me-nots? They're both annual plants, but they're so easy to grow. If I showed you how easy they were, you'd be amazed. You just have to find the seeds and put them a little bit of dirt on, like you just dig very lightly, and then just throw a little bit of dirt and a little bit of. I put mulch on it. I just kept it watered, and they popped out. They were all together, and I put them all over the place. So they were cheap because I saved the seeds from last year, right? So this year I'm doing the same thing. I'm saving my seeds for marigolds and French marigolds. And I bought a new type of marigold. It's called Cracker Jack marigold. And there's some in there, and I got to see what they grow like. And I'm saving the seeds for that. So for next year I'll have 3 different marigolds that I'm growing. And I put them all over the place. They're all over my yard. Besides other plants. There you go. That's my butterfly garden. I can't do it big because it's too long to put. One whole picture was too far away. And that's what I did. See, and I recycled things in it. So I made butterflies out of pop cans. I made flowers out of pop cans. That thing that I just showed you right here is made out of a big dryer. It was split in half for a fire pit, and the other part I painted it. So I use recycled material. That actually, the reason I'm proud of this is I want to tell you what this is. This, before I started this butterfly garden, it was a disaster, and I started it last year. But this year we went all out, and I cleaned a lot. And so my husband had a flagpole years ago that was on a cement plank, and he threw it in the back, but cut the base, the top. And I went, what am I going to frickin' do with this? It's too heavy to throw in the garbage. What am I going to do with it? Elephant? No, I don't have elephant ears. No, that's something, because I live in cold weather. It's not something I could keep, though. I don't believe elephant ears. I remember seeing them. They're a cool plant, but I think it's still tropical. It's got to go in your house. So I don't have that, and that would take a lot of space. Not that I wouldn't want it, but I have like over, what did I count? Like 30, 40 plants in my house right now as we speak, and I always get more. So I don't know if I'd have the room for it, because I fiddle with tropical stuff, and I do like tons of plants. But anyways. So anyways, that was the base of a dryer. I cut it for a fire pit. The other half I painted it blue, put dirt in it, and put marigolds are going to grow in it. The other thing is the flagpole cement. I painted it green. I recycled it, is what I'm trying to tell you. So I had said when I was going to build this butterfly garden, it would be with recycled material, and it is. That piece of board was all recyclable that's holding the rain barrel. That's a pail that I kind of decorated and put rainwater. I put a couple signs on it. One says welcome in plated gold, and that was a piece of wood that was thrown back there that I put in the ground and put it as a stand kind of for the garden. And there was a stick up the neighbors. I grabbed the stick, put butterflies on it. Have a lot of hostas that I moved out there, because hostas likes, if I can't get to watering it, I do water it a lot, but if I can't get to watering it, eventually my hose will not go that far. So I have to take plants that are tolerant to not a lot of water. I like that recycled materials. That's what I'm doing. If you look, it's all pallet wood. This is bricks that were left over from my house. The pallet boards are the fence boards, the old fence boards before I had my fence redoed. That's all doing the bridge, like the framework is all old fence stuff. I use pallets. Okay, there you go. That's you can see it. That's kind of the view from what I'm growing to the side. And there's my new fence. Well, I got those about 2 years ago, and all those fence boards went to all the projects we're doing with pallets, and that's what I recycle with. I hardly have any left though. Ferns take a lot of water. Yeah, a lot of plants do. Actually, you should see how big this is. This plant is a gourd, and it is huge now. It's already almost to the other side. It's crazy. And I have strawberries in there, and there's onions in there, and rhubarb in there. And I have a strawberry spinach plants, about 4 of them. I know it looks a mess, but they're in there. And then I have, right now I have another kind of gourd that's in there, and I have spaghetti squash. So this is still the early part. If I showed you pictures now, you'd see I've already taken in about 10 zucchini, yellow and green zucchini. Oh, there it is. That's my fire pit. You're seeing the milkweed as of recently. That's what it looked like before the flowers turned pink. So that's what it looks like. And that's the other side of my fire pit. So it was a big dryer. We took a tool, cut it down, and it's a fire pit, and the other part is, you just saw in the garden there. And here we go. That's when the milkweed started to grow in. And that's my 4 hostas plants. And I have a teaspoon. You should see, this is a really cool plant. It's a teaspoon tomato plant, and I'm doing a video on that one because this is how big it is, but I did grow it from seed. So it kind of looks cool from seed how big it is now. They got the tiniest tomatoes in the world you will ever see is a teaspoon tomato, and they're really tiny. They're, like a 1/4 of an inch kind of circle. And this plant goes crazy bushy, and it gives you tons of little tomatoes. I've already had some tomatoes already. I'm actually saving some of the tomatoes for the seeds because they're so cool. And I grow that too. I got a video on that. That's silosa. And it doesn't look quite, it doesn't, the top doesn't look quite like that picture, but they are similar. They are red, and I tasted it, and I can't remember what it tasted like. It says it tastes like a certain flavor, and I don't know if it quite tasted like that, but at least I can say I grew it. And there it is. That's the plant right there. That plant is I have about 5 of them, which is that one right there, where the lady's holding the hands. I have 5 plants. And what else I got in here? Okay, that's my tomatoes, and I have a whole bunch now, but you can see I have about 5 varieties of tomatoes. I got some spoon tomatoes. You're going to love them. They're really cute. I'm going to have to take a picture, and I'll show you, Bill. I was going to give you some, but if you ordered them, it's fine. They're really cool. It actually makes a really cool kind of bush, but trust me, it's going to spread, as you can see. It spreads like crazy, so make sure wherever you're putting it, you got the area to let it spread, because it does. But I did it in a container, and it actually turned out cool too. These are really tiny. It's the tiniest tomato, obviously, and I don't have pictures of it right now. And this is huge right now. This is all my butternut squash, and this is packed. Right now, as of today, that's Amish melon, and that thing is growing crazy over the strings. And the butternut squash is fantastically huge. Not one side of a squash, not one side of a butternut squash, but the plant is huge. If I do some updates, and this is huge too. This is all my beans, and they're actually the height of that cement right now, like the height where the bottom of the thing is. And that thing already gave me, that's patty pan squash, which was a volunteer plant, and I have now 4 patty pan squash on it right now. 4 of them. I don't know if you ever seen how to do it or what they look like, but I have a video on that too. There's my yellow zucchini, and like I said, I've had now, there's about 2-3 out there, but I'm storing right in my house. I'm staring at them. There's like 10 right here. I think it's 10. 6, 2 for 6. I don't know. It's just under 10 of these zucchini, so they're going crazy for me. There's that potato thing, but I showed you. They actually have potatoes again now. Took it all out. There's the tomato section, but it's really a lot bigger. It's all packed with tomatoes. So you want help with the growing. I'm just showing you things that there's my blueberries. See, I showed you a smaller one. That is showing you that I got blueberries from it. I have 5 plants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plants, and I found a baby, and I transplanted that. You have a lot coming. Yeah, I got lots of peach. There's the baby one. So right here, somehow I noticed the section was growing. I'm very observant in the springtime. If you want to get to know about gardening, I'm going to tell you this much. You can have so many plants if you know what you're looking for. So the whole point is you got to look around the ground. You will find some things that will reseed itself. And I got lettuce. All my lettuce was reseeded from last year. And that's an annual. There's plants that are annuals and were reseeded in my containers. Portulaca, for instance, was reseeded. I get a lot of marigolds reseeded if they fall. I get a lot of 4 o'clocks reseeded. And this, I happened to found this section, and then I went and pulled it, and there was a root attached to it. So that's how I got my little baby right there. That's another baby blueberry. So now, like I said, 6 plants, and not in a large area, but they're happy because it's high acidity they want. And hey, hello, my backyard science. Hello. So they want to, I don't know if you guys are aware, if you know gardening, well, you'll get to know that you need to know your soil, what content it has. Is it high acidity or is it the alkaline? And alkaline, most things grow in a number 7. But if blueberries need high acidity, azaleas need high acidity, there's lots of plants and flowers that need high acidity. That means that when you test, your level has to be normally for blueberries no higher than a 5.5. And the average is 7, so that's kind of a neutral thing that you want to grow things at. So it's, if you really get into that, it's something you should know about. If you really get into gardening, you should know your soil for sure. This is another plant I did a video on how to grow, and it was an annual. I started it indoors in my greenhouse, and I brought it outside. I could have saved more of them, but I didn't want more because I had held them on for months. So I took this off, and this is, hey, Susan. And how you doing, my backyard science? Hope you're having a good day. So this is a plant that was in my greenhouse grown. It's an annual plant. and it was grown inside, and I saved it, brought it outside, and you should see how good this plant is. So pretty. It's amazing, this plant. I'm telling you, it grew really tall in the container, and the container's not that big. That it's a gorgeous looking plant, like the flowers and everything. It's very, very pretty. And again, all this stuff I'm telling you, I have backup videos on how to grow it, what they look like, the different stages. There's my other dahlia. That's my second one. I have, like I said, 3. Look at the color of that. Looks like your meds. What looks like your meds? This one? Your meds look like that? You're talking about, it's not marijuana. I knew you were going to say that. No, it's not marijuana. It's a flower there, Bill. I thought you were saying it's cannabis, whatever you want to call it. Pot, marijuana, cannabis. No, it's not. Nice try, but no. And by the way, I could grow that too. I just don't. And I guess it's legal for me to be able to grow some. And, one day I might prove you, Bill, and I might actually grow some. And I'm going to do a whole video of what I'm growing, and you guys got to spot it out. Is she growing marijuana or is she growing cannabis this year? And you'll have to spot it out. I'll grow it outside though. I wouldn't grow it. I'll probably get arrested, but I have neighbors that are police officers, so I can ask them. I know I guess my neighbor's growing it too, a couple of them, and you're legal to grow. I think you can have, up to 4 plants you're allowed to grow. Can you imagine? Oh boy, could I have a lot of plants growing the weeds? Yeah. I might. You never know. You never know. I know how to. I can grow. I bet you I should do a competition on this. I bet all these people that grow it, because it's kind of turns me off. But the more I start investigating about it, it's not as bad as I thought. So if it's legally, I'm legally allowed to grow 4. I'm not promoting cannabis, but I'd be curious to see if I could grow it, and that's what I'd say. And I do have a few neighbors that are growing it. They're growing it, and they're not young neighbors. One of them is like in their 80s. I bet you could grow it. I think I could grow it. Party. Yeah, come on over. I can cook you a good meal. You can have dessert, and then you can have a little treat after dessert. I can give everything to you. You get the food from my fresh garden. Bring all the garden stuff, and I can give you a nice meal, and then we can go into dessert, which is like peaches and that, and then we go out and smoke. Too funny. Like I said though, my 80-something-year-old, she's a really good gardener, and she's in her 80s, and she's from a different country. She's from not the Netherlands. Is it Sweden or Switzerland? She's from one of them, and she's a really good gardener. I could put in a dessert, yeah. I could put it brownies or whatever. Yeah, you're right. I know about that. There's kind of desserts I could hide it right in there. Ooh, I could make you happy. You think you're not happy now? Boy, could I make you happy. I don't know. I don't know if I always think of it being like a drug thing in kids, and I don't like the two together. I don't want to educate kids on cannabis when they're young. Not my thing. Will, your meds are kicking in? Well, have a fantastic night. Okay. I could be yawning. So there's my peach tree. I could make you a peach dessert. Maybe peach pie. We can make a peach pie. Yeah, I could make brownies. Brownies are the best. Yeah. You could make a topical that wouldn't make you high. It would just kill pain and take down. Well, that's kind of what I wanted to do. If I were to use it, it would be for helping people with pain. Nothing to do with getting high. Oh my God, no. But for pain, that's what the neighbor does. The one that's 80-something years old, she gave plant to my next door neighbor. It's very funny, made me laugh. And he's growing it. He's got it. He got a thing all connected around his little spot here, and he's not a gardener at all. And he's got it all outside, and it was just funny when he told me. He said, "Do you believe where I got this plant from?" And then he told me, and I went, "Oh, really?" And because of pain, they use it for pain. She lost her husband like a couple years ago, but you could tell he was in really bad shape, the poor guy. So I'm sure they were doing it for pain, and now she does it for pain. So that's what I'd say. But anyways, we're gonna have some peach pie. I could do peach pie, or I could do, I don't know, peach pudding, or I can can peaches, whatever. I could do all kinds of stuff with peaches. That's if they grow. Right now the birds are enjoying my peaches too much. Oh yeah, sorry, that's my little, hey, this is cool. I am learning about lavender more than you want to know. But I'm telling you anyways. That lavender right there, it actually, last year I took a piece and it killed the main plant. I was experimenting, and it's like it didn't like it. I kind of took the piece from it. I split the plant. The main original plant died, and this one is what the second half of it came alive. But this year I found a kind of a little section that was off the side of it, pulled it, 2 sections, and the plants are doing beautiful, and the 2 plants are like kind of somewhat thriving behind the fence in the butterfly area. Yeah, well, I can grow milkweed. That was my whole thing on that one. He says, I guess if you can grow milkweed, you can grow weed. Well, I did grow milkweed. Oh, I showed you, Bill. These are the berries I was talking about. I showed you in my freezer the other day how many berries I got from this plant. And actually, I got a baby from it. I found it. It's in a pot, so I have a nice... Oh, thanks, Eric. Thank you very much. I'm happy to have you here, Eric. And you can check each other out, all you want. And if you leave me a message on my videos, I will get back to you if you have a new video for sure. I'll keep up with you. That is my word. I have caught up all the videos. If people send me a video and watch my video, I go back to their channel, and we are good. Anyways, Rachel, were you there too when I showed you guys? I showed you these. They're called thornberries, and I was at a really high respected channel, and I was talking about, I don't grow raspberries, I have thornberries. And one of the person said, well, what is that? Can you eat it? And I said, of course you can. It looks very similar to a raspberry. It's bigger. The core doesn't come out like a raspberry, but it tastes, it's a little less bitter than a raspberry. But yeah, I have tons. Rachel, you were there. People get addicted. You saw them. You guys saw it sounds so funny. You guys saw my berries. I showed you. I pulled them out of the freezer, and I showed a big bag of the berries. And trust me, it's a big, huge Ziploc of it, and then I got a smaller bag. So I got a lot of these berries, and I plan on doing, I'm thinking of a raspberry pie or something like that. Yep, I did. Yes, I did, Backyard. You are absolutely right. But I say that with lots of flowers. He's absolutely right. If you cut back the lavender when it starts to die down, you will get more blooms. And I know that for many plants they do that. Absolutely. I do it all the time. That's the thing that I've said on my channel lots of times. If you're growing any kind of flowers or certain things, if you pull off when the flower starts to die, get rid of it. It puts energy back into the plant, and you're going to get more blooms. And I do that with the dahlias. I do it all the time. I've been doing that for years, and I know it works. Same with, see this, that clematis there to your left side. That is over 20 years old, that flower. I have 2 clematises, and then I got a volunteer one this year. I found it, and you should see how huge it's doing. It's really big. And the clematis is the same thing. I cut that down in the fall, and in the spring, it'll cut right to the ground. I cut it all the way down, and then it comes crazy up the next year in the spring. So I strongly think you should do that to lots of things. You actually should. I'm going to cut my tree down a lot. It's going to look pitiful when I cut it down. But the peach tree, where's that video? That peach tree, look at how tall it is. I don't want it that tall. So you will see that I'm going to be cutting that peach tree a lot. And you're supposed to do that. I mean, you really should. It's actually really healthy for it. I'm behind. I should have cut the lavender a couple weeks ago. Yeah, yellow finch, we're loving them. So, it's all right. Oh, my God. Yeah, I had an early harvest of potatoes. I made potato wedges. Oh, good. And put cheese on them. That's fantastic. Fantastic. So, pruning, that's the word. I was trying to figure out what word I wanted to use, but for trees and all that, for anything basically, even blueberries, you're supposed to prune. The more you prune, people get scared they're going to wreck their tree, but honestly, it's very healthy for all the plants. The more you prune, the better it's going to look. It looks horrible when you first do it. I did the honeysuckle. I cut it down to the ground. I do clematis. I cut it, honestly, if you see me, I cut it. It looks sad. I cut it all the way to the ground, and it is fantastic when it starts to grow. It looks amazing. So this peach tree in front of your eyes, you should have saw how sad it looked when it had the leaf curl and everything. And it was way half the size of what it was. But I pruned it too, and I'm going to do it again. I'm going to, actually, that tree is way too tall for me. I don't like it that tall. So I'm going to do a really heavy pruning to this tree because I want it to maintain short and wide so I can get the fruit. I mean, it's going to, if I keep going on this, I'm not Tarzan. I can't climb the trees. So I'm going to cut it down. I'm going to, you could not, yeah, you could, Lincoln. I remember I was talking about that because that's a technique done, and I talked about it 2 years in a row. I talked about, let me think about the name of it. It comes from France. It's from Europe. And yes, you can do it, but you should be doing it when it's a small tree. But yeah, Lincoln, you could do that. I want to get some trees. I want to get 2 apples, and I want to do that and start them from when they're really tiny. No problem, Eric. Thank you very much. Have a good one. So you could make it a topiary tree, but this is kind of an old tree, so I'm not sure how good that would work. Like, I can't train it. It's too big of a tree, but I can cut it down. I'm going to cut it down and make it go bushier to the sides and be shorter in height. I'm going to do that this fall. I'm also going to spray it with a fungicide, a copper fungicide, to prevent leaf curl. So hopefully next year I won't have leaf curl on this tree. I hope not. And I also, what is it called? Let's see. Because you were saying topiary, but there's a name for the one I said. I did a couple live streams on it too when I was talking about it. Why can't I think of the name? I really wanted to do it this year, and I'm still tempted, but it is getting late. I almost bought a Fuji tree. I like Fuji's Honey Crisp. Like a Fuji, like a really crispy apple. That's what I'm looking for. And I was going to get 2 of the same, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get, it's better to cross-pollinate trees too. You should. And just be aware that a lot of stuff, in order to pollinate trees, some of the brands, you need to cross-pollinate them. That peaches are self-pollinating, so I don't need to have another tree beside it. But cherries, sour cherries are okay, but normal cherries need 2 different trees to pollinate. You need 2 different sweet cherry trees. Did you plant this tree? This tree was, no, I didn't plant it from the beginning. The tree was about 2 years old. So I took a 2-year-old tree from a nursery, actually put it in my fairy garden, which is right here. I mean, I don't know if I have a picture of that one. Yeah, right there, that's a peach tree. Right there in the center. And I did that, okay. And the first year that I bought the first one, it actually did okay. It never grew peaches, but it died the next year. So I had a warranty from the nursery to get another tree. So I went and got the tree, and this has survived now since I got it. So I didn't grow it from the beginning, and I'd like to. It's not that easy to do sometimes, to grow a tree from the seed. It's really hard, but it is possible. But no, this is looking really good, and it did really well the first year I got it. It had peaches, not a lot, and the birds mostly ate them. This year is amazing. I had tons of peaches, but unfortunately it had leaf curl. Plus, all the animals are eating it like crazy. I'm not even getting a chance to have them because the birds keep on picking at them, and they just drop them to the bottom of my fairy garden here area. You know what else I want to get? I want to actually get, because we're talking about lavender, I actually would really like to get some, the different colors. You know, there's a white lavender. I would love to have different lavenders. My friend has 2 pears trees. I tried into making them bushy, no, but he has 40. Oh, you can't do it with somebody that tall, Lincoln. If you were to do what we're talking about, you have to start them when they're really small, and then you kind of wire them up the way you want to do it. The big trees, it's going to be too hard to do, but small ones, I will do it. If I get the chance and to buy the 2 trees that I want to get, I'm going to show you what I'm doing, because I'm going to make it like that. It's going to be, you're saying taupe, but there's another name that I'm looking for that it's a French name, and it came from there, and I showed it, and it bugs me when I forget the name what I'm talking about. But this is one of the things that intrigued me. I've said it last year, I want to do it. And you need 2 pear trees, by the way. Those are not self-pollinating. So it's better to get 2 different kinds of pear trees. And there's other things I want to try doing too. I really do. I got the tools to, can't even talk tonight. Like, I'm doing good, but I just hate when I forget the things that I know, because when I pop it out of my brain. But I bought a kit. I didn't remember where I even put it in my bedroom. I want to graft. That's it. I bought a grafting kit. I've never grafted before, and I truly want to graft, because I think if I had my way, I could do some amazing things with grafting. I just have to learn the techniques. I was watching it. It doesn't look too bad. So I really do want to graft, because I would love to graft different fruit trees. Oh my God, I would have a blast with that. I would be like in heaven, grafting different ones. And I had said it 3 years ago when I first started this channel, that I wanted to graft, and I want to put so that people that had a smaller yard. Oh, awesome. Yeah, you can get it on Amazon, the kit. So you can buy them on Amazon for pretty reasonable. Pear and apricot need different to pollinate. You need normally to pollinate, and you need the same kind of, you don't have to have the same pear type, but you need 2 pear trees. And I'm thinking apricot too. You just need 2 apricot trees. And sometimes it's better to pollinate with 2 different type of the same thing. But I really want this grafting thing, like I said, 3 years ago. Bill, you could do this after. You could actually fool around with grafting if you wanted to. And I said, I would like for the common family that do not have a large yard, you could actually make a tree that comes up and have 3 different things growing off of it, if you knew what you're doing. And voila, now they do. It exists that you can go buy a tree, and it was grafted, and it has 3 different types of pears or 3 different apples on it. It exists now. And I talked about this over 3 years ago that I wanted to do that. It is a very cool thing. You realize how much stuff you could do once you get to know the techniques of grafting. You could take how do they do rose bushes? Well, what they do with rose bushes is you take a main strong tree. I'm trying to think, and I even know it, I'm just not thinking of the name. There's a specific tree that's very strong, but it will also graft really well. And so you take the tree down, keep the main tree of it, and then you graft in the rose bush, just a rose, and graft it into there, and it becomes a tree that looks like a rose bush, and that's grafted. Anything that's put together, it's not normal, that's grafted. That's what I'm saying. I talked about this before they started selling that in my backyard. I'm not saying they stole my words, but I talked about this over 3-4 years ago. This was my goal, that I wanted to graft a few different varieties together, and you could do amazing things. Yeah, you need a rootstock, that's it, and then graft. It's got to be a good rootstock, and there's normally a type of rootstock that's good. Actually, probably some of the weeds, believe it or not, I see weeds out there that have really strong rootstocks, and I bet you can graft one of those wild tree rootstocks and it'll probably work. I mean, it's the thing of fooling around with things to find out how they work. But that would excite me if I actually did some grafting. Oh, here, this is a good example right here. This, I want to show you something in this container. Yeah, you guys should experiment. It's so much fun. Okay, so this is one of my experiments here too. This is right here. You're gonna see right to the, and I even labeled them. This one is kind of funny. I found my neighbor gives out peanuts. Okay, and most gardeners are gonna know this. You know, a peanut grows and then the roots become peanuts. That's how you get it. They're done like a potato. If you grow a potato, you'll have a plant go up top. When it pollinates, the flowers comes out, you get potatoes in the bottom. Well, that plant in that light purple container is a peanut plant that a squirrel buried somewhere else, and I put it in here. So that I put the peanut in this container, And it actually dug, the squirrel came and, one of them came and dug it a little bit, but it's still surviving. And I have some in the ground all over my yard. So I have one behind this frog thing I have. I have a couple. I think there was one in the butterfly garden. I got them. I recognize what they look like. That's the whole point. I keep on saying, if you recognize the plants, you're going to have a lot of plants because I recognize them. I start recognizing what a thornberry looks like. And now I have a baby thornberry bush. It's off to the side on the bench. You can see that orangey bench. On the other side, I have a baby thornberry growing in a pot. Anyway, so that's a peanut plant growing in there. These two are, I was filling it with dahlia. The ones that I've showed you, I have 3 different dahlias. And videos have said that you can just take a piece. You don't even have to put a rooting hormone on it. And you can put it in the ground and it'll grow, all right? But your choice is, if you put a rooting hormone, which I've learned is much better. Like, they can both work. A lot of plants can grow without rooting hormones. But to get better roots, if you put the hormones on it, you're going to get a better rooting system, which makes the plant in turn out way better. So those are 2 dahlia pieces I put in about, God, I put that in June, July. They've been in there for a while. I know they have roots because they're starting to grow leaves. So I can tell you that a dahlia, if you take a piece of a dahlia plant and put some rooting hormone and put it in a nice soft soil mix, it'll root for you. That's my evidence I'm showing you right there. And they're taking their time. They're not that big. And another thing that I experimented with, and that one's not ready, it's too early, but I took lavender. Now, I did a video growing lavender from seed, so I've proven that part. I show you my lavender, how big it is now. And I found the seeds, and I shown that where to find the seeds in lavender. But one thing I didn't do, and I thought would be cool, because I saw that apparently it's easy. So I took lavender pieces in that small container on the bottom that's purple. So you got 1, 2, 3, and then the little tiny section, that is lavender. I am experimenting to see if lavender, apparently from garden channels, you can take a piece, just put it into direct soil, well, a good potting mix, and this will grow roots. So it's too early for me to tell you that it's actually working. The dahlia worked, but that one I don't know yet. And then there's another one I was experimenting. I saw something by accident, portulacas. I found the seeds on them, and they reseeded themselves in some of my pots, and I actually took pieces of portulaca and I put them in that lavender pot, and I'm going to see if they reroot. So then I can go back and tell you, this is really cool. I have just shown you that these things grow. You can take pieces and propagate them, which is the word making a new plant, and that's what I did. So I experiment all the time. Seriously, all the time. My brain is always experimenting. The grow bags I'm not impressed by, because I use grow bags, and I'm not loving the grow bags at all. Not really. Okay, there's the milkweed again, the one that I don't want you to grow, tropical milkweed, but that's when it's small. And I'm just throwing out my stuff here. Asparagus. I have hostas all over the place. Those are my herbs. Oregano, thyme, and there's chives somewhere in there too. And that's something in my front yard. Oh, that's already gone, eaten in my freezer. That's bok choy. I did a video on it. Chopped it up. Had a dinner with it, a stir fry, and the rest is in my freezer. And that's the one that, this is the part, yeah, that's portulacas and patience in there, and I'm just fooling around with, my mom actually calls them Christmas flowers. I last year learned where the seeds came from. They did not grow from the seeds yet, so I'm working on that too. Potato grow works good for some reason. They're growing better than the ones I have in grow. And I don't know. I didn't do potatoes in it, okay? So I can't speak on potatoes, but I have grown 3 different things in it, and I'm really not impressed how it's growing things, because I was working on a video to show you. There's my zinnias. Oh, you should see, these are blooming now. These are the zinnias. They're my seeds. I threw them in the ground like I told you. A little bit of dirt, put some mulch on it. They come really packed, and when they get big enough, I just separate the plants. And now all those plants are in my butterfly garden, and they're actually blooming. The one started to bloom a flower today, a pink one. So it's really exciting for me to show you this. And if I do another one, you're going to see when I show you these babies. I'm going to wait, and I'm going to do a video of the whole butterfly garden, and I'll show you how these zinnias look today, how big they're growing. Okay, that's my zucchinis I've already showed tons of times. I know I'm talking about butterflies, but get me started and I can't go. I go, there it is. That's the butterfly sign. Anyways, this must be my old ones. This is the first set I took when I first started. Right after I sat there and we dug it all out and fixed it. This is the first one. I kind of painted that butterfly sign, you know, because I like crafty things. And you guys saw this lots of times. But I've extended it, see? Where that pole is, I've brought it back 10 feet now, and now I have hostas in there. I have milkweed. I put a milkweed over there. I have the donated of the daylilies in there. Hostas, daylilies. I have zinnias in there. I have that pot that I made up. It's way down below. I'll kind of come back to showing that in a minute. So let me go back. It's way down here. I know it's in here. What is that? Right there. Nope. There. Nope. There. Nope. There's my potatoes after I showed you that that hay didn't work very good for me, but hey, I like to experiment. They don't always turn out. Where is that? Showing it all. I'm just trying to go back to it. Where is it? That's my kiwi, by the way. The kiwi, I thought I was going to get lots. Oh, there it is. So that's the dahlia that I took pieces of this one and another one that I'm growing in those pots. And that, oh, by the way, and there's another thing before I throw that. Right to the left, I found a baby, I shouldn't do this, but I found a baby maple tree. I don't want a maple tree, but I felt sorry. I didn't want to kill it. So that is a maple tree growing in that pot beside my dahlia because I couldn't bear to kill it off. Oh, I don't know what it is about me. Even plants, I hate. I only want to pull weeds. Okay, that's the area that's extended now. So that is all 10 feet longer than when I had it. Those pictures that I was just showing you. That's in the area. And let's go way back up again. Way up here. Oh, let's see. Yeah, right there. From that picture, that is 10 feet longer than what it is. And I have, like I said, all these other plants growing in there. And next year, I'm going to go at least another 10 feet. And I'm going to put a bicycle in there. I'm going to start decorating it more and put a bicycle. I want to paint it so it's going to be cool. Hey, Mish. So that's what I'm going to say. And I'm going to go back to, I have it marked here, my milkweed area. So I dyed earlier. Thanks for the thumbs up, by the way. I appreciate everybody giving me that. So here it is. This is what I started with. And yes, I got sidetracked. But there is the milkweed that, Misha, you joined me earlier this morning or this afternoon. And I dyed because I went to go pull up a note about tropical milkweed to say, yes, it's tropical milkweed. Matter of fact, I could actually type on this too. I'm gonna just move it to the tropical milkweed. I want to put it, and I'm gonna put I don't recommend to grow this now that I know about it, or buy it even there. So I can come out. Oh, can I type on this? I think I can. Let's see, text. All right, let's see. All right, I'm going to throw it together here. So I put it here for my live stream. Okay, that's tropical milkweed. And, all right, and I'm going to put another one here. Text. How do you spell the right buy? Is B-U-Y? Is that buy? If I'm spelling it wrong, tell me because I want to correct it. But please do not buy this milkweed. Harmful to monarch. Okay, I did the right buy. I think I did it right. I'm a bad speller sometimes. I did. Thank you, Diva. I'm a terrible speller, and so I got it right. But thanks, guys. Thank you very much. All right, so I want to put this because people buy it. I bought it because it looks pretty, but knowing what I know now, I'm not sure I would. If I buy it, it's got to die off, and even then, I'm going to look into it more. I'm going to talk to the people where I bought it from to talk about it. I will. I think I'll educate people on this thing because I don't like this idea of it being harmful for the butterflies. Yeah, it does look like candy corn. It's kind of cool. It's a really pretty plant. Trust me. It's very pretty. That it attracts me. It's true what it says. It attracts butterflies and human beings because the colors are gorgeous. It's one of the nicest looking ones. But now I know. Can you guys see that? I think I'll have to switch to a different color. Looks not strong enough here. Let's see what I want to put. Okay, cut. And I'm going to just change the colors here to, actually I'll do red. Hopefully the red will show up on here. All right, let's try that. Well, it doesn't look much better. You know, I hate when you play with colors, sometimes things don't look good, but I'm going to leave it like that in red. So that's what I'm going to say. So anyways, I'm going to take this off. It's going to show up a little bit, but I'm not going to keep it constantly on. There, I'm going to take it right off now. And because we're going to go to a different number, let's start with 1. For those people coming in the door. So there's 1. And I just love, I wish I could update the one I really want to show you. There's one where the bee was right near my hand. And I was actually lifting it, and it just ignored my hand. It wasn't bothering me at all. And I'm so afraid that it's going to kick me off if I do that. So there's my neighbor. There's my husband doing a cement pad for my bench. As you can see, I have 3 different raised beds back here, and I'm going to have 2 more. This milkweed's going to go into the garden. I'm growing potatoes in the one, and I call them my experimental raised beds because I will know exactly how to grow potatoes because that's what I'm working with. The second one is tomatoes. I amended it. I showed you, actually, both of them, I showed a video on how to make an easy raised bed. And what I've amended, the potato one was hay, which I'm not happy about that. The tomatoes really doing good. So the tomato one, I'm happy. This year, next year is going to be, I think I want to make these peppers or something. And the next one after that is going to be some kind of melon or some kind of vine. And then the next one of that is going to be corn. By the way, my question to you is, do you have any idea, corn? Do you know that corn is a hybrid? It's never been, it was back in the Indian days, and the Indians actually turned it into kind of what we know today is what corn looks like. But if you look at the original corn when it was grown, it looks nothing like a corn on the cob. So this is like taking God's creation of what corn was. And even the main Indians, and I hope I'm saying that properly, they took it and made it into what we know today as corn by switching and regrowing things and changing it. It's cool. Corn is like a hybrid thing, so it's not always easy to grow corn. That's what I'm going to tell you. Field corn is different. Not all the corn, Mish. You go do a picture. I can't do it right now because I'll probably slam myself off of a live stream. But if you go and research what the actual corn looked like, you're going to be surprised. I think it looked like a bean. It looked nothing like corn. And so it kind of like says, even back then, things were man-made. Like God's creation was one way, and then we turned the creation, which is okay. I don't think it's harmful to do that. But we turned it into different things by crossbreeding things and doing things with it. That's how you got why corn's always a hybrid. You'll never get. I tried growing corn from corn. I did that. I tried to do a video and I lost it on my computer years ago. But it worked. I took a corn on the cob, I put it in the sun, I dried the corn. I pulled the corn out of it, then I put it in napkins to grow, and then I transplanted it, and corn does not like to be transplanted, but it worked. I transplanted it to the garden. And the corn never turned out that great. But the more I got to learn about it, the more I know what hybrid means. And hybrid will never be the original corn or flour or pepper or whatever it is, if you do not get things that are heirloom, you'll never get the original match to the main plant. So just a little bit of knowledge for you. But you take a look at what corn used to look like way back when. Way back when, it looked nothing like what a corn looks like today. So it's funny. There's many plants like that too, you just don't know about until I run across things, and then I start researching it, and I think, geez, I didn't know that. That's really cool. So, when people ask me questions, I tell you what I know, and if I don't know, I have to tell you I don't know, because in the gardening world, there is tons of things, tons of trees and plants and flowers, all kinds of things. There's no way that in all the years I've been on the earth, 62 years, I cannot tell you about every single plant here, because it's incredible how much stuff we have and how much hybrid we have and how much things that were mixed with seeds, and there's tons of stuff out there. But am I fascinated when I learn new things? Oh yeah, I think it's cool. I love it. I love gardening, and I love learning new things, and I kind of try to tell you guys to simplify it. I try to help you what I've learned and what I know works and doesn't work, and I will not brag about something that doesn't work. And I've seen tons of channels, garden channels, that talk about things that I tried, trust me, that did not work. And one of a good example is, anybody that knows me knows I have this thing with aphids. Now the aphids, neem oil worked, but you have, no, wait a minute. And my gnats is the one I have a problem with. Aphids has been solved. My stuff is growing really good now. With neem oil it worked. But those stupid gnats, oh my God. I spent a lot of money on buying formulas of big channels that said, oh, this will kill the gnats. And they told you just spray it on a section first to test the area, and this will work, and if it doesn't work, do it again. Well, let me tell you, a lot of these things killed my plants. There's not one method or one thing that people have told me yet so far have worked on gnats. And I still have them in my house, even though I pulled them all out of the house, put them in the garage, brought them back, and they're still hanging in there. Still, all that work. But anyways, that's my pet peeve. I'll tell you, I should make $1 million when I find out what the actual truth is to what kills and stays killed for gnats. When I find it, I'm going to have to patent it, because I think I'll be the only one telling the truth about this stuff. But anyways, that's my little pet peeve. You ask my family, they know I do not lie. I mean, I might joke, but I don't lie. I'm such the worst liar. So if you ask me point blank about something, as long as it's not personal, and you ask me about gardening, will this work? And I'll tell you, no, it didn't work. Or yes, it works if you do this. Because I prove it. I always back up my stuff. Keep them, yeah, well, you're lucky you don't have any if you don't have any. You keep your plants out, but I can't believe you don't have any, because it's almost impossible not to have one at all, Mish. You must not have that many plants, because the minute fungus gnats the minute you have water in the top part of your soil, you're going to end up with fungus gnats. It's like almost impossible not to have them. Everybody that has little things flying around your house, you got them. Oh no, I do have like 5, but 5 isn't that many, considering how many I have right all over the house. I did actually kill some off lately from all the testing that I've been doing. So I have less, but I pulled out, I think, 38 plants. And coming in with me is not 38, unfortunately. But, and there's still some left in the garage, because I'm not bringing anything more yet in. But, and I'm still working on it. I have one solution left that I feel might work. It might be the perfect solution, but I'm not telling you until I try it, and if it is, I'll say, okay, this is the method. It's working. It's fabulous, and I'm so happy. But I don't want to say it yet until I prove it that it works, because I was so excited about the other one. I spent a lot of money on it. I bought that tea tree oil. I bought peppermint oil. I bought 1%. I couldn't find. I bought. Hang on a minute. 1% alcohol. I think that's what it is, 3% alcohol. And then I bought them all. I bought everything I needed. I put the whole formula, because I thought, oh, this sounds like it's going to work. And again, it killed my plants. And I sprayed them twice, and I feel I'm so lucky that some of them actually survived the chemical treatment I gave them to try to kill the bugs off. Yeah, you need something like that when you started. They are, that's the sad part, Mish. They are attracted to vegetables and stuff like that, it seems to me. But once they get into your other plants, your house plants, it's really hard to get them out. So they're in my spider plants, and I have, actually, my poor lemon tree. Oh my God, my poor lemon tree, I felt so sorry for it. It's outside. It almost was dying, and I've had that plant for almost 2 years, and it doesn't look very healthy. But I put it outside. I gave it some, I'm trying to think what I fed it some, a type of fertilizer I bought. Just mix up some of my formula and put it in the bowl. Misha, no nuts. What formula is that, Pam? I'm dying to hear that formula you have, because I'll try it. I want to see what you have and see if it works. Oh, sorry, I should switch this around. I will definitely, if you have a formula that works, and if it's there, yeah, you mean vinegar and sugar for fruit flies? Yeah, I'm not, yeah, no, I want to know what she's talking about. She said, just mix them up, that's what I'm going to put in the bowl. Are you sure it's fruit flies or gnats? Because fruit flies are easy to, if it's vinegar and sugar and all that, that will work for fruit flies, but not gnats. That stuff doesn't, and you're lucky you'll get some, yeah. Yeah, but that's not going to work for gnats. Like you won't, the gnats are in your plant and right in the top soil. Yeah, I think you're mixing that up with fruit flies. I think, because the gnats, if you put vinegar, sugar, and drop, I need to try that. You can try it. It's going to kill the flyers, but it's not going to kill the ones in the soil. That's what I'm going to tell you. It might be attractive. The vinegar, and I know white wine vinegar attracts them, and you'll kill the flyers, but it does not kill the main part of in the gnats, where if you actually looked at a gnat, it's like a worm, it's a fungus, and it attracts the fungus, and it looks like a worm, and then it starts laying. It's just disgusting what it looks like if you search it. So, you can try it and see, but you like I said, are you spraying it on? Are you putting it in a bowl? I want to see. I want to know if you're just putting it in a bowl. So you're putting it in a bowl, right? Well, Pam, that'll kill the flyers, but it's not killing the gnat part in the actual plant. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not trying to knock your solution, because I've tried all kinds of solutions like that. It'll attract and kill the flyers. But if you look within your plant, you'll still have them they'll be hatching eggs. If you kill all the flyers where it's not hatching eggs, that would work. That's true. But if you don't kill them all, they lay eggs in your plant, and then they're constantly, they lay a zillion eggs in your plant, and it's still in there. It's not, you kill the flyers, but you're not killing the main part of the eggs hatching constantly. That's what I'm just wondering. I mean, you guys tell me. Tell me if it works. Yeah. Oh, so how get them off? So that's the part I'm trying to tell you, Pam. It's very hard to get them off. I've been dealing with this. Well, ask the people on my channel. Yeah, it drives you nuts, but you're not killing the main thing, and that's what I'm looking for. Pam, I think it's a great idea what you're saying. I'm not knocking you. It is that solution would probably kill the flyers. Yes, I did that, Nate. Susan gave me that. I did that a long time ago. That doesn't work. It made a mess in my greenhouse. It made a mess on my plants. It doesn't. That stuff is crap as far as I'm concerned. Oh yeah, that was one of the first things I tried. I did that last year. I put it on every single plant. It's a powdery white thing, and be careful, by the way. If you're putting it on, the powder is dangerous to you in breathing. So you better put a mask on when you put it on. It's fine particles of shell, and so you got to be careful. Put it on, but it didn't do it. I did sand. I did that. I can tell you what I did do. Tons and tons of things. You're not killing the source, is what I'm trying to tell you. The source will keep giving you more gnats. You'll kill the flying gnats, and I give you 100% that probably works. Okay, no problem. I'll give you 100% the flyers. That would kill the flyers. I agree with you. But you have to constantly kill the flyers so they don't lay eggs. I have right now sticky things that work. There are just sticky things on my window. That kills a lot of the flyers. That kills a lot. I have a bug. I have a bug thing that kills a lot of flyers, but it still didn't kill all the gnats. I literally took all my plants out in the garage. I did solutions on them, and I thought they were clear. Brought them back, and I still freaking had them. So, like the stickies work. I can tell you what works, but it doesn't take the problem away. Stickies, the bug lights, those work. I killed a lot of them. But the formulas to kill the main source, that I haven't found a solution for. Not yet. Not to kill the eggs and the gnats and everything. And yes, I've tried peroxide. I've tried alcohol. I've tried a combination of peroxide and alcohol. I have tried tea tree oil. There's a recipe of a big garden channel that said to try tea tree oil, which paid a lot of money because I got it from the States and I'm Canadian. So I bought a big bottle of tea tree oil. The one they asked, the main company, this doctor, whatever it is, tea tree oil, peppermint oil. I bought the right solution of alcohol, peroxide, all those four together. I did a shampoo. So you're supposed to take it in a sprayer and take the whole spray the whole plant off, and spray inside the dirt. It killed a lot of my plants, that solution. It made them really weak. I mean, I had to bring them back to health because they were so bad from that spray. Let's see what else. I've tried the one I've never pronounced it right, but Diatomaceous. Remember, Diatomaceous. That's it. Because if you remember, Lisa made fun of me because I couldn't pronounce Diatomaceous. That you and her were writing it on the screen last year, and she even put it up her voice on through Facebook and said, it's Diatomaceous. And she kept on saying it. So that's my reminder to you what happened last year. Oh, she's not here right now. But that's what happened on that one. I tried that. Susan Lee meant well. She told me about trying it, and I tried it, and it didn't take the gnats away. And I know that people have said it does, but and the dish soap, actually, if you're not careful with dish soap, that has killed lots of my plants. When they tell you to use some dish soap, I use dish soap, and it was very harmful to some of my plants. Because if you don't get the right dish soap, that has a chemical in it, and I was using definitely the wrong dish soap. I was using the one, I'm trying to see, the label's not facing me, but the one where it's safe to wash animals, and that's the one I got. But it has chemicals in it. You're looking for a dishwasher that has no chemicals in it. So that's what I'm saying, Cam. When I find a solution, I will tell everybody, but I have not found one yet to kill the main source of the problem. I have one here. I'll tell you what. This is what the solution is, and I haven't done it yet. Oh, I've had it written down. If I can find it, I'll tell you what it is. Oh, no. Here it is. Okay, I got it. You were supposed to take water, baking soda, neem oil, and soap. And I put organic because I'm very careful with the soap I use. You need to have the old-fashioned cheap soap where they have nothing put into it. That's what you're looking for. Don't ever buy any of Palmolive or all that other soap. It says disinfectants. That's the chemicals that are really hurt on your plants. So right now, I have the baking soda, I have neem oil, and I am looking for a soap. And then I'll tell you if that works. The combination of these four things, I don't feel are going to be harmful to my plants because I know neem oil is really good. So that neem oil is wonderful as far as I'm concerned. So the soap, if I don't get the right soap, that's harmful. And baking soda is okay. What noise are you hearing? I don't have any noise, it's just me. Oh, you got the sound of the, oh, I'm sorry, hang on a minute. Is that better? Sorry. I did have the sound, I must have put it on by accident. Is that better? That was me probably talking through what I'm showing you the film. You better now? Sorry about that. Okay, let's go to 3.
Okay, this is a different kind of milkweed.
All right.
And you can see the white flowers and the
So
thin
yeah,
leaves. And you can
I will
see
try this solution, and if it works, I will brag on my channel to tell you to try this if it works. But I need water, baking soda, neem oil, and soap. But I'm looking for a non-harsh soap, dish soap that I'm going to use, and then I'm going to try it. And this might have a chance. You hear drilling? Is it off? Oh, I know what it is. Oh, my next door neighbor was doing something in the background. Is it better now? Yeah, what happened was you had the original sound. I was talking to you guys when I was doing it, and you could hear the drilling from my neighbors. He was doing something in his backyard. So I had the sound on. Sorry about that. Now I got it off. I had it off before. I don't know what happened. I must have clicked it back on. So you can hear me now. Good. That's good. So yeah, this is a solution. Like I said, I will come back and tell you if it works. And I'd be thrilled to tell you it works. And I'll be happy for my sanity to get rid of these bugs. I will be so happy. But we shall see. We shall see. I've been working on trying to find a solution for over a year and a half.
Kind of milkweed.
Trying different things from different
thin leaves.
These are all big channels, big channels that are garden channels saying this stuff works. And then I saw a channel that was really funny because I said maybe I better do a video like this. What doesn't work? What people say works and doesn't work for that to kill gnats. And then she had a whole list of the stuff that what people say and didn't. And I knew to agree with her because I've tried all of them. Yeah. So who is with me still? Pam, thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying it. Your streams are a lot of fun. I think you're a wonderful lady, by the way. I want to give you a big shout out that you are hilariously funny. I think you're a very smart woman. I always say a smart cookie. And yes, you have a good live stream. You have nice people there. And I like it because you have a good sense of humor, and just the way your channel is. You're really awesome. I hope you're enjoying as much as, like I said, I hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed going to your live stream. So there you go. Pam does live streams every so often, and if you want to visit her, please join her because it's cool. She's very funny. She's got good stuff. I almost feel like I have to find some jokes.
And you can see the white flowers and the thin leaves. And
that doesn't work, Rachel. I tried it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I've tried hydrogen peroxide. Yeah, it doesn't work. I've done it tons of times, Rachel. I did both of them together. I've tried it with different amounts of hydrogen peroxide with water, and it over flooded the plant. And first time it was okay, and the second time it still had the bugs. Actually, if anything, it had the bugs worse because I was they're fungus gnats, so they work on fungus. So the more water you put to a plant in the soil, that's fungus. So they were like living it up. As far as I'm concerned, when I put the hydrogen peroxide in water, now the whole base of the plant was wet. I could see them like doing belly flips inside that plant. The planter, I was so excited thinking, oh, this might work. Yeah. So you want to prove that, I'm going to be honest with you, if you want to try, go ahead and try, but you're going to find out, like that one was ridiculously stupid. When I did the hydrogen peroxide, and twice I did it, I saw the plants and the bugs hopping like they were having a good time in the soil. It was so sickening. I went, oh my God, I made it worse. I didn't make it any better. I'm like breeding more fungus and more gnats. So, anyways, like I said, I've been like crazy on it. That's why I keep talking about it so much because I haven't found a solution for that. It's not gonna. It works only for the flyers, Mish. Fly strips down to the pot. It still only works to the flyers. It doesn't kill the fungus part in the soil. And that's what you need to do. You need to be able to kill not just the flyers. You have to kill the flyers, the larvae, and the eggs. 3 things you have to kill all at the same time to fix your problem. So it's a larva, which turns into eggs, and then become flyers, and it's like a cycle. There's a whole, I could show you, but again, it'd probably kick me off my live stream to show you the cycle of a gnat. I have a video started. I should show you because I never put it together because I can't. If I go to upload it to show you, it's going to kick me off the live stream. But I have proof of this. I started thinking when I did all that tea tree oil and all that, I would find the solution. And so I show you how to make it, and I was going to turn it into a video because I had hopes for it, and then it worked like crap.
Milkweed. And you can see the white flowers and the thin
Yeah, you can blow up your
leaves.
plants. That'll work.
And
Torch
you
would
can
work.
see
Torture plants.
small
That would
leaves.
work. Fly strips only work for the fly. The strips, the sticky strips work for them, but they don't kill the main part of why you're doing it.
So this one too.
And I would say that torch your plant or throw them outside. There you go. You might win if you get rid of all your plants and get them out of the house. I still had them for a little bit. I was so, Misha, gets so bad though when they start going up your nose. It was terrible. I mean, I'm getting a break lately. I don't know why. Oh, I'll tell you another tip that works, but it's not taking care of the problem. Stop watering your plants from the top of the base to allow fungus gnats to harvest in there. Put a container, put your plant underneath, and water from the base of your plant where the soil starts to dry up. That helps with the fungus part of it. So that's another solution to help you. It doesn't kill the problem, but it will help you. So I've been doing that. I've been watering. Most of my plants are watered from the bottom, and that's what I do. I try to keep the top dry, and the base of the bottom, just water them from the bottom.
Okay, this is a
And
different kind of
that is
milkweed.
cutting down. Like,
And you can see the white
notice
flowers and the
I
thin
haven't
leaves.
hit my face or told you
And you can
I was breathing them in. They were going up my nose. It drove me
Small
crazy.
leaves.
I was like, they almost put me in the insane asylum from these stupid things. You know how much I talk about them. I start talking about them, and then I can't stop talking about them because it drove me absolutely nuts. They would be going in my mouth, and then they go up my nose. And I was like, okay. And then they're on the computer screen. I'm slopping them at night because if the light goes out and I'm watching the computer or the TV, they're like dodging my face. Oh my God. They're just like, you know. Anyways, I think I talked enough about the gnats. Everybody's leaving out the door. I said, that's enough talk about those gnats. Those nasty gnats. First poison, then gnats. You got one more to go. I got one more to go. I don't know what I'm doing here. Like I said, this solution, I feel confident, but I felt confident in the last one. And you have no idea how much money I spent on that stupid tea tree oil. Oh my God. That tea tree oil, the bottle, I think it was like $50 or something. It was ridiculous how much I paid to do the solution to kill gnats. That's how crazy I was. I'll do anything. I'll do
Okay, this
anything.
is a
I'll
different
buy.
kind of
I'll spend a
milkweed.
lot of money. Anything
And
to
you
get
see the
rid of
white
this
flowers
stuff.
and the thin
And
leaves.
nope, not
And you can
happening.
see
So,
pretty small leaves.
the search continues. Will I find the right solution to pass on to everybody? That's what I'll say. You can get through your.
So this one too.
Oh well, they kind of recommended this particular brand. This was, like I told you, this was a top channel. This is a garden channel that has, oh my God, in the like 50K, 100 and some odd K. It has a lot of numbers. This channel, and I followed exactly what he said. I bought the stuff that he recommended, and that killed me. Well, that's what I'll do. I'll put a whole bottle on my head for lice just in case I get it. The stuff stinks. Actually, the tea tree oil and the peppermint oil, oh my God. That stuff, my husband and I couldn't breathe. I had all my plants sprayed in the garage. And we kind of watched TV outside the garage. We were dying. We had to go outside and get air because the two of them together, it's like filling your lungs and you can hardly breathe. That's how strong tea tree oil smell is. And no wonder why lice want to move out of your head. Because I would too.
This is a different kind of milkweed.
It's horrible to smell.
And you can see the white flowers and the thin leaves.
Oh my gosh. How
And
dare
you
you,
can see
Rachel. Yeah, they say for
pretty
dry
small
scalp too.
leaves.
I used it. Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you the smell is so strong that as far as I'm concerned, everything. So is neem oil though. Neem oil is extremely strong. At least it works though. I can tell you it smells like terrible, but it works. I am so proud. I wish I had pictures to show you about last year they ate the things. The aphids ate all my plants. I couldn't even grow green beans and peas last year. I can't wait to show you the peas, and they're like the height of my cement, like I told you. I'm actually getting, due to the neem oil, I am getting beans this year. It's so cool. I'm so excited about it, and I only sprayed it once. because I want to be careful because it also can affect the good pollinators. So I'm very careful how much I spray the neem oil because it can kill other insects. So another thing I tried for ants, it didn't totally take it away, but what did I put? My daughter told me this, and I said, well, I'm going to try it. So on the bottom of the plant,
Okay, this is a
where
different
ants
kind of
are, I
milkweed.
used
And you can see the white
a
flowers
solution
and the thin
of
leaves.
baking soda
And you can see
and icing sugar
pretty small leaves.
for ants. Now it didn't totally take, the ants are still there, so I don't know if it really worked that well, but. So how you doing? How to garden? Hello, what's up there? Don't forget to leave me a comment there so I can get back to you if you got any new videos I haven't seen. That's the best way to get a hold of me when I'm not live streaming. Just leave me a comment on even an old one, whatever you want to do. And if I haven't seen you and noticed YouTube didn't show me you did a video, then just leave a comment and I will check it out. It tells me that you have a video out and I can go watch it. So I definitely will. Because you got some cool stuff going on there, How to Garden. He's got some very cool stuff, some cool trees. Bill, are you still here? You use soap for ants? Yeah. And that seems to work for you? Whew. Okay, where is... that's 3.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go back to this one. And I'll put this on here, just because we're talking. And I'm going to leave that one. There we go. There, perfect. So yeah, what do you got going? I'm good, thanks. Been avoiding the heat. Oh yeah, I bet in Florida. Oh my God. I bet you've been. But what do you got going on? What's good growing? He finds the most cool. I wish Bill was still here. I don't think he is. But Bill's been buying some tropical trees, and you have some unusual stuff too yourself. So I just wanted to know if you met him. I think you know each other. You've been in this channel at the same time, but you have some awesome, cool stuff that you are growing, which I wish I had access to sometimes. All the different tropical trees and all that stuff you have. I think it's great. But I only have so much room to do that. Oh, that's good. My star fruit had doubled in size since I planted it. That's fantastic. Hey, I was watching a channel that I like, and he's a big channel. And he was saying what to grow in Florida, because there's things that you can't grow, that why bother getting upset? It's basically he's saying, why bother getting upset? Grow things that naturally grow in warm weather, like in Asia. He's matching different countries that grow warm tropical things. You could grow it in Florida. But stuff that grows in a cooler, different kind of soil, he wasn't recommending to do, like tomatoes or especially lettuce or all that stuff that bolts really easy. It's very hard to grow lettuce in Florida, or lettuce, radishes, things that need cooler weather to grow in, spinach. All that would bolt for you guys in the hot weather. So can you grow tomatoes there? Like, do you personally grow tomatoes in Florida? Because it does make a difference, guys, of the areas where you live. And but it's possible to grow all kinds of stuff if you amend soils. You know, if you have a raised bed, amend the soil. You have a chance, and also have sheets cover your plants that you can grow pretty cool things if you just watch the temperature. I mean, my temperature gets hot here, but we can grow a lot of things because lots of time it's not that hot. So I can grow a lot of cold weather things where other areas have a hard time growing cold weather things. They have to reach a temperature under like the average of 77 degrees. You start going 80 and 90, and a lot of the weather stuff will not grow good for you at all. It's too hot of a temperature, which I find that kind of fascinating too. It would be fun if I would have different challenges that I have here if I lived in somewhere like California or Florida. I'd still grow. I would probably amend the soil. If I wanted to grow something bad enough, I would sit there and mend the soil and have it. Well, that would be cool. That makes sense. A sugar up. See, it's a kind of mangoes and avocados would make sense because they grow in a warm climate. where I'm growing an avocado, but it's got to stay in my house, and it's still small. Actually, I told you when I went away last year, my tree was, oh my God, it was really tall, and it was almost going to have to be a planted one on the ground because it was getting that tall. It was at least 3 foot tall. But then I left, and somebody kind of didn't take good care of it, killed it off, and so now I have another avocado growing, but it's not that old and it's not that tall yet, but it's still doing good. I want to see if I could actually grow it so I could. It would be cool to have avocados in my house, but I don't know if that's possible. Yeah, there you go. You have to grow them in the colder weathers. Yeah, he says I grow tomatoes, but it's difficult. Grow them in fall and winter for you guys. Yeah, because the weather would drop to the 70s in the winter time, 60s, 70s. That would grow the stuff we grow here. You could grow more. That makes total sense in the fall and the winter. Because I've been to Florida at Christmas time, actually in November. I was, and the weather was beautiful. It was like in the 70s, but it would drop to 60s. It dropped pretty low in the winter for Florida weather. Yeah, that would make sense to do all your stuff like that then. Oh, something happened here. Hang on a minute. Hello, don't do that to me. Something happened with my video here. I hit something by accident. There we go. Yeah, it makes sense because it's sand. There's some things though that would grow naturally there. Would be nice for sand. Some things grow nicer in sand actually than they do in the soil I have. But a lot of things would grow better. Like pineapple. Pineapple actually, well, I'm growing a baby pineapple. It's still growing, by the way. And that seemed to, when I was fooling around with the gnats and I put sand on it, it's one of the only plants that didn't feel the damage. It took it fine. So pineapple would like actually a bit of a sandy soil would do good. You could probably grow pineapple quite good in Florida. I bet you. Sugar apples look kind of like, oh really? Artichokes. I'd never heard of them before. Well, if I could show a picture, I would, but I'm probably going to crash. But that would be, let me see if I could do something. I'll put my thumbnail where it's a picture. If I leave, then I have to say sorry and good night, and thank you for everyone showing up. But if I don't leave, then I'll be right here. So I'm going to put it to a picture. I think it takes a lot of pressure when I'm doing a video and trying to upload something or look for something. It kind of crashes my computer. So I'm seeing if I'm stable with a picture, I'm going to see if I can find, what did we call it? See, there's a gnat running around right in my head right now. All right, so you called it sugar apple. So let's see. I'm going to do like I used to do before. Get an image, and if it blows me off, well, I have to say goodnight. Sugar apple image. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, wow. Wow, that's really, actually, it's kind of cool. I don't know if it'd be tasty, but it's definitely interesting looking. Oh, hopefully I can get the picture and show you. Wow, that's really, it looks like there's not much apple, though. It's like a lot of seeds. Save image. I might be able to do it so I can show you what we're talking about. I hope so. Nope, that one won't let me. Sometimes they don't let me upload anything if it has copyrights to it. But I'm going to try another picture. Let's see. Yep, I got one. Some people they really are very protective of their pictures. So I get a warning and it won't let me upload it. All right, so I'm going to go to the bottom. Let's see. I'm going to open up. It's going to be a black screen for a second. Oh, not that one. I got a black screen somewhere in here. Ooh, where is it? Come on. There it is. Okay, I'll do it right here. All right. Very strange. There it is. Let's blow this up here. Oops. There you go. Isn't it? That is, and I'm going to type the name of it too. It's weird looking. Hi, farm. How's it going? Come on, teacher Rachel. Making me looking up apples and trees. It's funny. All right. How you doing? So I'm gonna put sugar apple on here. Let's type sugar apple in here. All right, I just want to find a different color. Let's do red. Okay, there you go. That's a sugar apple. Have you seen a sugar apple? Michelle, you doing it? Have you seen a sugar apple before, farm? Have you ever seen this before? I have not seen it before. They originated from the hot. Makes sense because that looks like something like from the tropics. Yeah, I got all the tropical stuff. Yeah, it makes sense. You can have the tropics works perfect for Florida or even Asian weather, wherever they grow, whatever they grow in Asia, all the hot climates like that, they can grow it in Florida. You kind of match your area. That if there was an area that has a season like mine, I could grow whatever they grow because it's similar. But it's harder to grow things that are not similar if their temperature is always high. It's definitely interesting looking, right? And it's letting me do it. I didn't bounce off the screen, so that's good. I want to know what they taste like, so let's see what sugar apple tastes like. All right, what does it got? It's giving me images. It's not telling me what it tastes like. All right, I don't like that. Let's close it off. A sugar apple has a creamy yellow or white flesh and a knobby exterior. The fruit tastes minty or like custard. Most sugar apples have green skin, but dark red ones are becoming more common as well. The sugar apple grows on a small tree that loses leaves for a few weeks in the winter. So it tastes like a custard. It tastes like a minty or like custard. I don't know if I'd like that. It'd be weird. Oh, hi, Kicking Up. What's up, guys? Kicking Up. Hello. Well, so Farm says you've had sugar apples before. Okay. We've had sugar apples before. Welcome, you guys. Welcome. Most things from Southeast Asia grow well in Florida. Yeah, I've heard that too. I mean, if I had a bigger house with bigger windows, I could probably do more tropical stuff. Yeah, I don't like, it's too strong a mint's not for me either. It's kind of the custardy thing. I don't know if I'd like that soft. I like when it comes to soggy apples, I don't really like the taste. So I'm more like your Honey Crisp. I have to have that. I absolutely adore Honey Crisp or anything like that kind of apple where you take a bite and it feels kind of starchy but crispy at the same time. That's kind of my apple. The ones where they get soft and mushy, I don't like it that much. I'd rather put that in an apple pie. But because that's what I want to grow. I actually want to grow a Honey Crisp. There was another one similar to a Honey Crisp. What did I say it was? Oh, can you make a really good bread from sugar apples? Is that right? Wow. Your favorite is Yellow Delicious? You know me. I gotta be mushy. So you like the mushy kind of taste, Pam? That's interesting. My favorite is Yellow Delicious. I like Delicious, but Fuji. That's what it was. I like a Fuji. Fuji and Honey Crisp are really close to each other. They have that crispy taste. I absolutely love them. And Delicious are okay. They're like my, probably second, maybe. But, and then the other ones, Macintosh and all that, it's not my, apple that I like to buy all the time. They are very soft. Yeah. I don't know if, maybe Pam, you'd like it. Maybe you like that mushy stuff you said. So maybe that's your kind of apple is a sugar apple. Yeah, not my kind of thing. Okay. Okay. All right. So interesting now. Interesting. Ugh. So thank you all for joining me. Oh, I've been on for 2 hours. Actually, I've enjoyed this live stream. I didn't even feel like I've been on that long. This is a long live stream for me today. I wasn't thinking I was going to be on this long, but I thoroughly enjoyed talking about it, talking to all you guys. Oh, no, I was listening. Didn't mean to be rude. No, you're fine. You're fine, Pam. You are fine. I didn't take you as rude. I was just trying to read what you were what you meant. In PA where my dad used to work. The farm back in PA where my dad used to work grows like 30 kinds of apples. Oh, yeah? No, really, I don't think so. Farm back. So 30 kinds of apples. That's just cool. I don't have the room for 40 apples, but or 30 something apples, but I would definitely want to grow at least 2, and I want to keep them short. And that's what I want to do. I want to keep them short. I don't think, I hate when trees get too big. It's great if you want it for shade, but when you have a fruit tree and it's so tall that you have to climb a ladder to get on your top of your tree, I don't want that. I got sugar apples and oh yeah, I got sugar apple and onana. Onana, oh yeah, Pam, I don't find you rude at all. No, I just was trying to read what you meant. That's all. Yeah, you're all good. You're all good. You're not rude. You're not a lady like that at all. Well, at least you don't come across to me like that. Not at all. So what's a onana? Onana. Onana. What's an onana? Let's see. Oh, I got to get off of this one. Can't stay when I'm looking for something else here. All right. Let's see. I've got an onana from seed. So let's see what an onana looks like. Okay. It says pond apple. Well, that's different. Wow, that's really different. All right. Onana is a pond apple? Is that the same thing? Onana, and it gave me pond apple. Does that make sense to you? Are they called pond apples too? Just get dwarfs and similar dwarfs. Yeah. You can get dwarfs or you can cut them down. As long as you cut them down and keep them short, they'll stay short forever. Or you can get the dwarf, but not if it's not possible to get a dwarf. I don't have a dwarf trees. I'm just gonna sit there and prune them down. And as long as you prune them down, you can keep them short too. Wait a minute. PA has a great climate for apples. They actually always hired people from all over the country to pick them. So many. Oh yeah, we have. Really? Well, I'm going to show you what it... Okay, so it looks... They're putting me to a pond apple. I don't think it's the same thing. It says... Wait a minute. Anana... Okay. Yeah, it's right here. Let me save a picture. And see. Like, if I disappear at any point in time, I apologize, but it's just... My computer and OBS crashes if I'm not careful. All right, so... See if it's going to let me save it. Oh, I crashed. Or did I? Let's see. Screen went dark. Oh, no. I thought I crashed for sure. I have a picture of it. I just don't know if it's, did it save the image? Let me try it again. Save image. Save. And they're calling it Onana glabra is also pond apples, another name for it, I guess. That's what they're saying to me anyways. Great, where is it? Let's take the dark screen. See if we can find the apple. Let's see. Alright. That's what they call it, pond apple. Okay, there it is. Kind of, this looks more closer than similar to an apple to me than for sure the other one does. All right, so let's see. This is ANNONA GLABRA. There. Let's see what you got here. Pond apple is related, but not, well, it's not, according to that, it's not saying that though. It's saying, it shows me a picture of Annona glabra, and then as soon as you take it, it says pond apple. So they're calling it the same thing according to what I'm getting. It's pond apple, and they're showing a picture that looks like that. I don't know. Anyways. The start from a seed. Pond apples. Okay, what do you got? That's what I want to get garden. Wait a minute. Is Lake Sugar Plum? That's what I want to... Wait, that's what I want to get garden? Grow in a bucket. You want to grow what in a bucket? I must have lost something here. Misha, the start from seed easy. So you want to grow this kind of tree? Is that what you're saying, Misha? Because aren't you in a colder area? Or you can, are you in a warm enough area where you are that it stays hot to grow this tree? You want to draw, oh, a dwarf tree. 30 from seed. So you want to grow a dwarf apple tree. Okay. Well, it's a lot of fun. It's going to take a long time to get there. If you think about it, to have apples might take you like 4 years. 4 years to get an apple. I mean, you're lucky if you get few on the third year, but 4 years on an average. 4 to 5. Before, so first you're going to grow it. It's going to take a while to get to that height. Yeah. Might take a while to grow a dwarf apple tree, that's for sure. For sure. How do you fertilize? How do you fertilize? Yeah, what do you use for fertilizer for your trees? It's always fun to see what people use. I don't have any fertilizer on my peach tree. I don't use anything. The only thing I'm going to use is the fungicide, for the copper fungicide, to get rid of that leaf curl, which peach trees are known for that. So, are you still there? Let's grab one of the channels here. My Backyard Garden. Are you still out there? Compost and compost tea. Well, that's pretty simple. That's pretty simple. Yeah, I was fooling around with that, doing compost teas. I watered lots of things with it. But I also used some other fertilizers, an organic fertilizer, which I was using, and that seemed to work really well. I'm buying some more of it. It's a nice generic fertilizer for a lot of things. And I use it on all kinds of stuff, and it seemed to work really good. And I want to buy another bag of it. That's how much I like it, too. That's what I'd say on that. Yes. So that is an interesting looking fruits trees. They got, actually it says pond apple, alligator apple. So there's such thing as an alligator apple. Isn't that interesting? Pond apple, alligator apple, and they're all naming them the same thing. They're calling this apple 3 different things. Because I got a picture and it said pond apple, alligator apple, and enum glabra. That is interesting. So what does everybody got to do tomorrow? That's what I'm going to say. How was your day, and what are you guys doing tomorrow? Anything good? Thank you very much. I see you guys shared my video out. Thank you. Pam, thank you. I have you, Pam, and DMV Dining Diva. You both shared my video, and I just noticed it now, so thank you very much. Okay, I just want to know. No, it's not ready yet. Church and maybe... Oh, Olive Gardens, yum. I love Olive Gardens. We don't have one here anymore. Yeah, we don't have an Olive Garden anymore. Oh, cool. I need to harvest some green beans. Oh, how many kinds of green beans you're growing? Like 1? That's what I should ask you. If you grow green beans, and what about Florida for you? How to grow garden? What about the green beans? Can you grow them easy, or do you got to wait till the fall and winter for in Florida? And for you, farm, how many types of green beans are you growing? Zoom and dinner at the parents. Cool. I love I wish we had one here. It went out of business, but it's one of my favorite restaurants. Well, besides Cracker Barrel, I do like Olive Garden when I go to the States. I can't wait. Pretty soon, the doors are going to be opening. Pretty soon. We're into the final stage, and if 21 days, if things go down, then we will be very shortly opening the borders pretty soon to that. Yeah. Okay. I see that. How to garden? Not my church, others are. I went to Cracker Barrel too. Oh, gosh. Misha. Oh, I envy you. These are my restaurants that I want to go. She went to Cracker Barrel on Tuesday, going to Olive Garden. Oh, depressing. I got some good restaurants here. We went to a couple lately. It was just nice going to one. We can finally go to them because they're not opened up in the inside, but they're open out for outside work. And so we've been to a couple restaurants because they have patios. And the spare rib dinner, oh my God, that spare rib dinner is a winner chicken dinner. Okay, so green beans do best in spring, but by summer it's hard. Okay, I got to get them all in because they shut down again. I'm stocking up. Oh, did they shut down again? Yeah, I do. I don't want to get into too much of that part, but I hear it is really bad. We used to have a Texas Roadhouse. We don't have that anymore. Yeah, that went out of business too, but that was a good restaurant. Too hot down there in Florida. So, farm, how many, are you only growing one kind? You said green beans. Did I miss that? You just said you're growing green beans? Because I got like actually 3 beans, different kind of beans I'm growing. I got a purple one, I got a yellow one, and I have another kind of bean that I got from my friend, the seed store, and I'm growing that in a container, and it's kind of a purpley white. No, it's got specks of purple and white on it. I've never had these beans before. I'm looking forward to them, but they're not like a typical one. You kind of have to open up. You're doing 2 kinds. It's a purple bean, like you gotta open. They remind me of peas, but they're beans. But you have to open them up and get the beans out of them like peas. And so I'm looking forward to that. They seem like they're going to be a really cool. I am. I'm looking forward to getting a whole bunch of that, and I'm going to try that for dinner. You're supposed to boil these, I think, and then whatever way you want to got them. But I got them from my friends at where's that store again? There. Is that not purple hull beans? No, I grew them last year. This type of purple bean. They're really nice. They're a sweet bean, and they taste delicious, and they're really good in cold salads. Like if I were to take it and soften them up, cook them for a little while, and then put them in a cold salad, they would be perfect because it's a sweet kind. Yeah, Baker's Creek. Thanks, Mish. It's a sweet kind of bean. This purple bean has a sweet taste, and it'll go great in some kind of salad. And then I'm trying to think of the name of the beans I grew. But I'm doing it in containers. I want to see how good that this bean would do in a container, and it's doing awesome, really. I'm gonna grab the name. I want to see what it's called. Let's see where it is. You guys are all talking to each other. I'll be right back. Okay, it's right here actually. What's it called? Good Mother. Okay, it's right here. It's called, the name of it is called Good Mother Stallard. No, I got the name right here, and it's called Good Mother Stallard bean. So, and the beans look kind of, well, they look the same as, they're like a purpley, I give up now. It's a purpley and white kind of bean. And I remember what they said, it was supposed to taste really creamy. Plump maroon. This is a plump maroon and white bean are great in soups, creamy texture, and hearty flavor. So they're kind of recommending these beans to go in a soup. So yummy, yummy, yummy. I'm going to figure out what to make with them after, but they're doing awesome so far. They haven't bloomed. They're not into a bean yet, but the plant is like, oh my God, it's like so tall that I think the squirrel knocked it over. I have two things in. It's growing in a 5-gallon bucket. I have 2. What are they called? You know the things to grow them on. I attached them upside down, and they're taller. They would be continuing to go really, really tall. They haven't grown the beans yet, but I feel like Jack in the Beanstalk, where the vine is growing extremely tall, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to get the beans started. I mean, they're starting to flower right now. No, I don't like grow bags so far. No, it's growing in a 5-gallon bucket. My buckets that I used last year that I grew different things in, I have 4 things growing in them, and I'm doing a video on all of them to show you what I did and how cool they grew. And so far, the only thing, all of them are doing really good. The tomato pepper did good. These beans are looking cool. The tomato did good, and the carrot's the only one funky right now. Okay. Yeah. Grow bags, I have to work with them. I don't like them so far. What I've seen, it almost keeps, either it dries it out or it keeps the moisture too much in it. When it rained, it like the plants don't look healthy now. I'm gonna continue videotaping. If it grows and it turns into something, then you'll see all of it. You'll see how bad it looked and how it turned in really good. So it's still too soon. Oh, you got 3 baby eggplants? That's cool. That's good. That's very good. So, like I said, if I don't like the grow bags, I'm going to sit there and do my pails. My buckets do really well. The 5-gallon buckets. So far I've done potatoes in it and different things. Hello. Lena Music. Wow, lovely, love those. I got seeds but never came purple. I have a great harvest this year with sweet peppers and lettuce and more awesome carrots. Grow funky. Yeah, it needs space. I put my garden update out today. Oh, okay. Which I don't like grow bags. Don't handle Florida weather. Carrots are complicated. Yes, they can be for sure. They certainly can. So how you been? It's been ages, and I like saying that. No, I don't. It's been ages. Where have you been? How come you haven't been here in such a long time? Lena Music? What's going on with that? Well, you kind of have to seed them all. I saw something interesting that I want to try next time with carrots. And I always experiment. I do. And if it works, I'll stick with the same method. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'm not a fan of like grow bags either. Not yet. Like if I find something that works well with them, I'll show you. But if it ends up that I'm doing a whole video and the thing does not show up anything, then I'm not gonna even waste my time bragging about grow bags. I am really good. I lost some channels. You had more than one channel? It's YouTube Funky. So you lost your channel? Is that what you're saying? Oh, I mean list. Okay, wait a minute. I lost some, oh, you're talking about channels that you connected to before? I'm really good. I lost some channels. I think she means followers. Well, they got unsubscribed maybe, right? Is that what you mean? I think she means followers, yeah. I lost, oh, okay. Well, that does happen where you get disconnected. And that happens a lot. If you don't keep an eye on it, it certainly disconnects for sure. Oh, YouTube does it all the time to me. Sometimes I have to reconnect all the time for people that are regulars and friends I go to all the time. Grow bags were a waste of time for me. Yeah, see, it's weird. They brag about these grow bags working so well, and then when you start doing it, much love to you too there, Lena Music, if you're saying it to me or whoever. Much love. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. We're good. No evil here going on. So we were talking about all kinds of milkweed and butterflies, and then we got talking about all to do with gardening and stuff like that. They delete comments and likes too. Yeah, I did subs, but well, did you resub now so that you come and visit all of us if you want? You can meet up with everybody and come and visit. Because you used to come all the time and visit me. You did it now? Yeah, so whenever I'm live streaming, come on and visit, and you can chat and meet whoever you want to meet and connect, whatever you want to do, all that stuff. You guys go for it. I will say, I'm still doing the butterflies. I think do you remember you used to come to me when I was doing the butterflies? Didn't you come when I started the butterflies? That's just my 4th year of doing them. So I've been actually doing a lot of live streams showing you how many butterflies I got. They're not butterflies yet, but they're caterpillars. So I couldn't remember. I think you were connected to me when I do resub. Yeah, okay. So you resubbed, but do you remember when I was talking about the butterflies that I do every year? This is the 4th year doing that. Do you remember that? So, yeah, anyways, that's, we were talking about this, I was talking about the milkweed and all that for quite a while now. And I also I love garden tips. And yeah, well, guess how many I got? I have 10 this year. 10. So far, they seem to be pretty healthy. Some are babies, like really tiny, to one is going to be almost pretty soon it's going to be, it's big. It's ready to go to chrysalid, and that takes, I think, 2 weeks after. I got to check the dates, how long it takes, but before it turns into a butterfly. But I know I feel like it's about 2 weeks. I have it all on my channel. So yeah, it's amazing. So I have 10 this year, and I got an egg, so I might have 11 because I just found another egg today. So yeah, and I had promised I did that last year. I promised that I would name some of them after my family members, and then I want to name the regular people that come into my channel. I want to release a butterfly in their name. So the more I find, the better off I have to release for more people is what I want to do. So, and there's one escape artist, by the way. Misha, is that one you? All of them are behaving really well except the one. It keeps climbing the wall and it tries to escape. I had one of those butterflies one year did that to me too. I had to keep finding it because it's like, let me out, and it was trying to escape. Actually, the first year I did it. Yes, my little one, the very first Monarch Butterfly, would try to escape all the time, and I would have to find it all the time. So there's another one like that, one escape artist that's trying to get out all the time. So should I call that one for you, Mish? just kidding. I don't know. I need somebody that likes to escape things. That'll match their personality. So, and then to a very tiny one. I love to see. Yeah, I will be back. So nice of you. Yeah, you got to come back. I show you like I said, this one is OBS live streaming. And it's kind of an educational thing on milkweed. And then we start talking about garden tips and everything else. And I love all the garden channels. Like all the ones that are coming here, I miss them. I love garden channels. I love what they're growing. How to Gardens here right now. And I love it. I want to build more on people coming that want to know about gardening and garden channels. I absolutely really welcome them. And what they're growing, their opinions on things, if they know things to do with gardening, what grows better in different areas. I love all that stuff. I think it's great. And it's great for people that are maybe not the gardener, but you're learning a lot of tips from coming to my channel, which is cool. Yeah, I know you told Mike, but Mike's not been coming to my channel. No, he has to come to the channel. Remember I said, to be fair, I have lots of nice friends from YouTube, but if they don't come to the live streams and they're not here, then I'm picking people that actually come to my live streams on my channel. Now, Mike could be in the background and be quiet. I know, I like that. I know, I live it, I like it, I want more of it. It's a song. Oh, there she is. Hi, Flutterby Hunters. How's the baby? How come it put you on? Here, I'll fix it. There. Oh, you got it. Somebody beat me, but I just hit it myself. Everything's fine, Leanne. Where you been hiding? I've been missing you. I've been doing live streams and I haven't seen you there. I'm going to give you a heck. There's Mike. So he was there. How about Doughboy? Well, we could think one of the guys is the escape artist. There he is. He was in the background. That's funny. There you got new people that everyone can say hello to each other if you don't know each other. Leanne, I have missed you. You know, I've been doing a lot of live streaming and I haven't seen your body. But you said you were busy, so geez, guys. And I do craft too, so I was lonely not seeing people there. I'm just saying, hint, hint, hint. So the escape artist is if Mike shows up all the time now, then because he's not as busy, then he will get the escape artist if he's still trying to escape. Every time I go in there, he's climbing the sides of the plastic container, and I got to find him and put him back in. So, Mike, apparently if you keep showing up, I released the escape artist for your name. You haven't seen her body? Well, I don't want to see Leanne's body. Well, you know what I mean. Yeah, I haven't seen her body. The visual, her talking and getting involved. Tim McGraw, yeehaw. So, hello, just Mike is in town. And anyways, so you were in the background. Oh, 1 p.m. I am completely turned around. Oh, so if I go too early, you're sleeping then. Is that what you're saying? Are you sleeping? Well, because Leanne, I finished the glue book. So I didn't see you there. So I'm going to have to torch you to show you the glue book after. That's what I'm going to say. Oh, listen, Misha. Oh my God, you're such a spoiled little brat. Let's not forget hello, Mrs. Greenthumb and Misha. We did say hello, didn't we? Also, hello, Mike. Look at what I got to put up with. Oh my God, Misha. Oh, listen to Misha. Misha, you. Misha, what am I going to do with you? Yeah. Oh, Misha. Misha, Tim McGraw, I like it. I love it. That's, Tim McGraw does that. I like it. I love it. I want more of it. I like it. I love it. I want more of it. What's Pam do? What's that song that Pam sings? I can do that one for her too. When she does it, well, if somebody donates to her, she'll go, how does she do that, Misha? Because you were doing it live. How do I do that one? Smack me silly. I miss so much of the glue book. I am so sad. Replays are not the same. I know. I should force you to replay it. But anyways, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the... No, I'm just not going to do it right. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Guys, don't forget to hit... Oh, thanks, Kicking Up Country Vlog. Thank you very much. Thank you for that. He says, guy, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. I don't even think about it. So thank you for thinking about it. That is awesome. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the... Is it like that? Thank you for the super chat. Bringing me up. I can't bring you up. It's OBS. If I could bring you up, I'll sing it. I'll sing it. You can't sing it because it's not OBS, darling. But we'll do it for Pam another day. And you can do it. We can both do it and go, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the... She has a way of doing it. I can't do it. I can only do country and all this other googly stuff. And look at that whop up already. I will always love you. And I will always love you. Whatever that was by Whitney Houston, which I love her. I did love her. Poor thing, God bless her. I want more of her. My daughter used to sing that song. So pretty. Well, anyways, that's what I'll say. Oh, that's it. That's cute. Pam, it's a 10-10-10. Copyright of Pam's money, though. It is. She created that. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, that is her song. And she has lots of them like that. She has her own song she made up. She does. It's cool. She's fun. She's a laugh. She's fun and fun. Fun and fun sun. Funny in the sun. Mike, what is your day bringing you? Are you being educated here tonight? Mike? Hey, are you being educated tonight? And anyways, before I don't want people to run away because we're being silly here and we're having a lot of fun. I play so much on live, I'm learning to be serious. Oh, you can be, she says, I play so much on live, I'm learning to be serious. I'm more serious than you, Pam. You are hilarious and I'm more serious, but I do like to have a little fun a little bit, but I also like to be serious because I like talking about my butterflies and I like talking about the gardening. And if I get too goofy, they all run out the door. So I don't want my garden people that like actually gardening and we talk about gardening to run away from me. So when you get too goofy like that, then they all go, this is a gardening channel, I'm leaving. See, it goes, bye, I'm off to bed. Bye, how to garden. I was just joking too, but have a good night there. Thank you for coming. I'm usually sleeping when your lives are busy at work. I'm at work now, just not a real busy night. Oh, good thing. We don't want you to lose your job, Kicking. He is good, but notice he is changing, Rachel. Oh, you got some splaining to do? Yes, good night, Garden. Thank you for coming. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys. Like I said, if you do not see my name on your channel or for your last video, please leave me a comment on the thing, and I connect you way easy that way. So that's what I'll say. I keep saying it. Yes, we need to have fun too. Absolutely. All right. So anyways, what I'm going to say is, what did I want to say now? I forgot what I was saying. We need to definitely have fun. That is cool. I don't know what else I want to say right now. What do I want to say right now? Oh. Mike, everything's not good with the gardening business, right? There's nothing growing. Did you get any potatoes? Who told me they got potatoes? Oh, Bill did. Bill was here earlier, and he said that he got potatoes. Farm, what are you growing? Do you have potatoes growing too? Do you have potatoes growing too? Oh, I'm gonna yawn now. I'm probably gonna have to hit the road pretty soon. So, yes. Mike, did you grow potatoes this year too? Yeah? I'll give my potato... What kind of potatoes did you start growing, Mish? I'll give my potatoes another 2 weeks. You gotta wait till they die off. I learned my lesson on that. If you don't wait till they're totally died off, then they're not ready. Potatoes are doing well. Sunflowers also. Found some watermelon plants, but will not produce. Oh, no? Oh. Maybe it's still too early. Hey, and how's the zinnias going, Mish? You told me they're good. Mine, I noticed one flower, so I actually have, it's not in full bloom yet, but I do have a pink flower from the zinnia plants. But they're ready to pop out more flowers pretty soon. So we'll have to compare what colors you have. You might have to send me some colors. Because I have pink so far, and they should be a variety of different colors. And I want to see, because I tried saving them separately, and they said it wouldn't matter if you saved them separately. So I'm curious to see that. If you save the pink ones, the seeds separately to different colors, will they grow back all pink, or do they come in different colors even though you saved pink separately? So that's what I want to try too. I'm actually going to label the seeds of the different colors for zinnias too this year. See what happens for next year. So you got potatoes. Misha's got potatoes. I have no idea what I'm going to end up with, but I do actually have potatoes growing, and the plants, you can see the plants are getting a lot bigger. So I'm excited to see that. See what I get. They are determinate. The pearl potatoes. I didn't know they were. Oh, determinate. Okay. So better cross your fingers that they come in. Yeah, you have to tell us how they take some pictures. And we can show everybody how the potatoes or vegetables are doing. So we shall see, yeah. We'll see how everybody's doing with their garden stuff. I will, if you want, like I said, I'll show pictures of how your gardens are doing on another live stream. All right. See you later, Leanne. The zinnias are in. Yeah, didn't I check all your stuff out already? The zinnias are in my bed. Okay, I'll have to go and check it out later. See, I thought I was caught up. Leanne, have a wonderful night. We'll see you later. We shall see you later. So, I think it's been a wonderful night, but I'm ready to call it quits pretty soon because I've been on for almost 3 hours. So, I think I'm going to hit the road, but I'll be back with more updates I'll do updates like this, like OBS, and showing you footage because I have a couple things I want to show you. Plus, I will definitely be live streaming my butterflies, my caterpillars, and showing you an update. Like I said, so far I have 10. One's almost ready to chrysalid. And I got an egg, so I might have more. Hey, Grammy! That's okay. I can't stay, but saw you were on, and I had to drop in and say hello. It isn't active right now, but I'm going to try and start it up again. Okay, no problem, Grammy. I learned more to the craziness side. Thanks, Pam. Thank you. I learned more to the crazy side, so we have to be a little bit crazy is what you're saying. Yeah, I got church in the AM. Have a blessed night. Yeah. Thanks, Pam. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kickin' Country Vlog, Misha Lee. Pam, thank you for hanging with me. Grandma, Debbie, thanks for stopping in. Just Mike, Rachel. Everybody that came through here. Thanks. It's been a blast. I loved it. I love it. Farm and Havoc if you're still HVAC. Farm and HVAC if you're still here. Thank you guys. Whoever hung in with me. Thanks so much. Like I said, you got any questions, shoot it. I will have an answer for you, or somebody else will have an answer for you when it comes to the garden world. But I want to thank you very much. And I will repeat this again. If I have not been to, me personally, have not been to your channel, please leave some kind of notation on my videos and say, oh, whatever, just something to do with any video. And I will return the favor and I will come back to your channel and I will check your last video out. Thank you so much. Thanks for the 19 thumbs up. It was wonderful. Thanks. Have a wonderful night. And you'll catch me later on a later date. So we'll see you later. Have a good one. Bye and have a blessed good night. And happy Sunday to you for tomorrow.